That's not what I heard.
Keep on, Johnny. What? Jeff Gaylord passed away.
Yep.
64.
What's up, everybody? It's live. We're live. Nice Guy Indie Podcast. You know what we do. It's Wednesday night, and we watch wrestling. We talk to wrestlers. We having big guests tonight. Big announcement from New South Wrestling. It's going to be this weekend. Resurrection 2 is going to be in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky this weekend, Sunday night. The big show, Resurrection 2. I got to get. I'm here tonight with Superfly Johnny Lee.
What's up? What's up?
We got the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Sean Johns.
That is me. What's up, everybody?
Anthony Presley's running a little late tonight. I think he's going to have Dustin Jackson, the upstart champion, with him tonight. So we're going to be talking about New South Wrestling and Resurrection 2 this weekend. It's going to be big deal. Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be taking on Dustin Jackson, the upstart champion. He wants that belt. Brian Pillman Jr. announced last Sunday that he wanted Dustin Jackson's belt.
So he'd definitely be back.
Guys, we want to shout out one of our sponsors, Bucks of Muck Catering, for all your catering needs. Guys, check those out. Check them out. They're cooking for everybody.
And their catering is great.
What's their phone number there? We'll get you the phone number here in a few minutes.
Look,
Johnny's slacking.
I sent it to you.
Well, what'd you do that for?
I mean,
Mr. Presley, how you doing?
Good. How you guys?
I'm not slacking. I sent it to you.
Did Dustin come with you?
No, he said that you was calling him or something, or that you was doing a live stream or something. I said, I thought you was coming to the studio. He said, no, Andy's supposed to call me.
No, I didn't. I haven't talked to him.
So I guess we'll be inside the studio.
I thought he was coming in the studio too until he just wrote. So I guess we'll have to call him and let him talk on.
It's fine.
Yeah, I thought he was coming here.
I did too. I thought so too because I even asked him earlier.
Johnny, you're fired.
Are we live on here?
Yeah, we're live already. Yeah.
I told him inside the studio.
We told everybody you were busy, that you were finalizing this big deal for Resurrection 2 this weekend. Let me get to sharing some of this stuff. Sharing this show tonight.
Somebody's short's been sitting over here.
Yeah, I was sitting over there.
That was you.
I was laid back. Who was over there last? Was it me?
Last week we had DJ Easy or what?
Yep.
DJ Easy was over there. Yeah, but I was over there
during the AEW Revolution pay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it wasn't probably me.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't adjusted since then.
It was probably me.
It's all good.
We got quite a few people in here tuning in, huh? I'm excited.
Heck yeah, we got a lot of people right now. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in, guys.
Diego.
You gonna get? Did you text me that number?
Who? Johnny?
Johnny. Yeah.
We texted.
Johnny, you're fired. Yes. Hayden Redmond, Dustin Jackson rules. He's one of the best wrestlers I have seen. You are correct, Mr. Hayden.
I thought Dustin Jackson was going to be in studio with us.
So too, because
you want to come to the studio, Dustin. I guess there was a mix-up.
Johnny Lee dropped the ball on this one, so you're fired, Johnny.
No, you can't fire Johnny.
Screw you.
I'm sticking up for you.
Superfly.
Superfly
your ass.
I told him clearly, it's our studio.
Superfly your ass right out the door, Johnny.
I will, and you will have no one to help you.
Oh boy!
No, thank you. This Dustin misunderstood. I guess he's used to all the other podcasts to call you and have we try to have everybody in studio. So, but that's cool. We'll get Dustin in here at some point. He is the hell of a champion. He's got 2 belts right now. He's going to be taking on Brian Pillman Jr. this weekend, guys. If y'all want to see that match, you got to get down to New South Wrestling in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, 101 Hilltop Drive. Tell them the zip code, Johnny.
It is 40342.
There we go. Johnny knows the zip code. And Anthony Presley's going to have a big announcements for us here in a few minutes. So
and we got the phone number now.
They got the phone
Text
number?
to you.
Okay.
Ronnie
Bucks 'em
Kurt
up.
says,
Guys, if y'all want some food, you got a bar mitzvah, you got a birthday, you got a wedding, you got anything like that that needs some food. You got a picnic that you don't know how to cook, and you want everybody to think you know how to cook. She'll secretly cook for you. 859-866-8317. Bucks a Muck
Catering.
Catering. It's Christina, right?
Yep.
Christina. Tell Christina the Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and she'll hook you right up on what you need. She'll come to you. She's in here in Lexington, Wilmore, all the surrounding counties, guys. So hit her up. She's got some delicious food. Check her out on Facebook, and you can call that number again. The number is, write it down, 859-866-8317.
That's right.
And for all your internet and gaming needs, Royal Lex here's in Lexington. Get on their Facebook page and sign up and tell them Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and they will give you $5 in free play. And tell them Superfly Johnny Lee wants that $5.
That's right.
Looks
I want
like
that $5.
looks like Marty Clay's watching, Nate Hewitt's watching. We got
Right.
some
Nate
of our
Hewitt said,
talent.
New South, the Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Nate Hewitt.
Full
Hillbilly.
life. Hillbilly Chainsaw Sal. That's right, Evil Nate.
Yeah, we
Well,
got a
baby.
lot of people tuning in tonight. They want to hear this big announcement, Anthony.
Yeah, well, I think if everybody's ready, we can.
When
we
do
can
you want to
do it.
wait, or do you want to go ahead and tell everybody?
No, I think we've told a whole lot of people to tune in, so a lot of people is tuned in because they want to hear it.
Yeah,
I've
let's
had
make 'em
people
wait.
calling me, and yeah, so.
They're going to turn it off when they get.
But I haven't had. I've been the one who has known about it most of the day. So
yeah.
so
you're just
yeah,
you're just
bursting
dying
into
to get it
scenes.
out, right?
I've let a few people know about it, but
Anthony told me a little bit ago, but I didn't
Yeah.
tell
Aren't you
anybody.
special?
No.
yeah, I told some. I told a few.
We tried to get it
Oh,
out.
we got Kenny Cummings here.
I got the biggest scoops in town. Nice Guy Andy
Yeah.
podcast. Got all the scoops on New South Wrestling, guys. If you guys want to know anything about New South Wrestling, tune in to Nice Guy podcast every week, and we will have all the local news of Anthony Presley and anybody else, any other local wrestling.
What's up, baby?
So,
Well, guys, so so actually, look here. It's Orange Cassidy and Jeff Jarrett tonight.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool about
Yes.
that. But so anyway, we've got some. So everybody knows that this show is our anniversary of Resurrection. Resurrection last year, we had a pretty stacked card with Billy Gunn on it and the Gun Club on it.
so tell us the reason why you called it Resurrection when you the first one.
So the Resurrection was because the NWA New South was where I wrestled, and we were around for a long time in Mississippi, and then I bought the company. I brought it back up here to Kentucky. We ran some shows up until about 2010, 2011, and then I shut it down because of my kids. But then we brought it back last year, and everybody knows that story. Matt Jones kind of pissed me off, so it made me want to start the show back up. So we called our first show Resurrection because we was coming back from sleeping and
Back from the
from
dead.
the ashes, and we rose like a phoenix. And
Hell yeah.
and so that's what we called the show. Well, that was our biggest show of the year. Was Resurrection. So this
And it's kind of like another resurrection because you've got a new place down in Lawrenceburg now, 101 Hilltop Drive, like 5 minutes away from the Wild Turkey Distillery. And now you got a new place down there that you've been down there for a couple months doing shows, and it's more like a new resurrection.
Well, and they used to have wrestling there for a long time
So it
with
fits the
Wildcat
bill.
Championship Wrestling, and then we went in and completely revitalized the building. So it is like we are resurrecting that area
like
again.
your second, so it is a real second resurrection.
Well, and all of our big events that we did over at the Ice Center, we're going to redo those every year. Those are going to be like pay-per-views for us. So
Yes.
those are going to be our staples every month. We'll have those same shows for now and on.
Hell yeah.
And then our Upstart shows will be just the other shows that are going around those.
Yes.
But we have some we have a really big card for that show.
Yeah, well, you
So-
want to go over the card, and then at the end we'll announce the special person the special wrestler that you have coming.
Yeah, we can do that. So what we've got is and this is in no certain order, but we've got a huge card lined up. We've got Rex and Swayze will be taking on Colorblind for the new. I just got the belts in the other day, so the new Upstart tag team titles will be
Hell
on the
yeah.
line. So everybody knows Colorblind is actually our Southern Tag Team Champions for New South, while the Upstart Tag Team titles will be defended. So Colorblind could walk away with 2 tag titles, or we could have Rex and Swayze winning our tag titles there as well.
That's right.
So that's going to be a big match. We have the culmination of this probably 4-month deal with Kyle Maggart and Misery. Kyle Maggart has put Misery through all kinds of different hoops and gauntlets of matches, and Misery has won every single one of them. He's knocked all of the hoops down, and so now he gets his shot at Kyle Maggart for the Kentucky Heavyweight title. So that's a big one. People have been tuning in, waiting on that for months. We also have Oliver Gunner, and everybody has seen the videos with him overseas talking about Marty Clay, and Marty Clay talking about him, and it's a big grudge match. They do not like each other, and so they both have asked for this match, and they both said they want to beat each other up. They don't like each other, so that's going to happen. Marty Clay actually said he's going to give him a country.
That's going to be a hell of a match.
Great.
Both of those guys are such incredible wrestlers. Like this Oliver Gunner is from Britain. He's got such a bad attitude, but he is such a great wrestler. And then you got Marty Clay, he's from Hazard, Kentucky.
He's a badass.
He's a Kentucky guy. He's jacked. He's been in the fucking gym. He's been putting the hours in. He's gonna it's gonna be a hell of a match.
Yeah, no doubt. And then you got Alexis Littlefoot, who's undefeated in the South Wrestling right now. Actually, she's undefeated in Upstart. This, I think, will be her first New South Wrestling show. And she's going to be in a 3-way dance with Ari Alexander and Bashley Bones. So they will both be back there, and it'll be a 3-way dance to see who the winner of that one is.
And I can't wait to see that match.
Oh, it's going to be a good match. They're all of them did really well the other night when they were there. So last week. Then we're going to have Garrison Creed running it back with Zodiac. People might remember that match from a couple months ago.
Yes, Garrison
that's
Creed.
gonna be great.
He was so impressive against Brian Pillman Jr. this weekend at New South Wrestling. He came up on the losing side of that, but he is a hell of a wrestler. He is jacked. This guy is huge. And he took on Brian Pillman. He took Brian Pillman to the limit. So that's going to be a hell of a match.
Well, and you couldn't tell that he came back from that injury. He was injured for about three months. And,
he told us about that. He said he was injured.
Yeah, so so that was something else right there, and he looked like $1 million. He actually looked better than he did before.
He
did.
He was I met him and talked to him after the show, and he was a great guy. He seems like a really cool guy to have around, guys. So Garrison Creed, guys, y'all check him out.
Don't sleep on him because I'm telling you, he's a star.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He is a star. Some people don't see what they have in their locker room, but we do see what we have in our locker room.
And Zodiac is a hell of a star, guys. Zodiac, if you guys do not know who Zodiac is, and everybody should know who Zodiac is, he used to be the Nice Guy Indie Podcast champion. He's out there working everywhere, dude. You look at his Facebook page, and he is working everywhere. So, guys, check out that match. That's going to be one of the sleeper matches. That's going to be this whole card is packed.
Well, him and Chance Prophet really impressed the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. They really impressed them. So both those guys said they want to come back. Those
guys are cool. AJ is awesome.
Yeah, they're all over the world, man. They're defending. Also, so we the week before last, we had a wrestler in the crowd who came and visited us, and he come to me after the show, and he said he really wants to get on our show, and that is going to be none other than Carson Drake.
Drake.
A lot of people have seen him everywhere. He will be wrestling Berto,
the Golden
State God.
Golden State God.
Yeah. So he came up and said he was very, very impressed by what was going on at New South Wrestling, and he just showed up and wanted to see what it was about. And
did he come on the podcast?
Not yet.
He didn't step in. He didn't sit in with us over there.
No,
at the live.
Yeah, he did.
Hell yeah, he was on the he sat in with us on the live over there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's making waves everywhere. Like right now, he is all over the place. He is everywhere.
Also, he got the honor of being roasted by AJ Kazanza.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Well, and then which brings us, we also have Marvelous Marcus Johnson. We're going to get him an opponent. We haven't got him one just yet, but he will be wrestling in action.
Okay.
He turned on Adrian Alexander and Scott Diamond last week. They
kind of turned on him.
Well, yeah, they turned on him, but then he turned and he became a good guy.
Yeah.
But he
beat
laid
their
them,
ass
he
and-
laid them both out.
Yeah, he sent them out the ring.
Yeah, and then Colorblind come in with the snakes, and he celebrated with them. So
Yeah, that was fun. They put the snakes on Scott Diamond.
Oh,
That
it
was
scared-
so
I saw
funny.
that.
it scared the piss out of him, really, literally. Like, he was scared to death.
Oh my God,
He
that was
could-
so
He,
funny.
he was so scared he couldn't even get out of the ring. He
Guys,
was wrapped up in the ropes. And
If y'all are not down in Lawrenceburg, guys, we're down there. We are having so much fun. We get to come down and do the lives down there, but we are having so much fun down there. There's snakes down there. You don't never know what's going to happen down there
And
in
you
New South.
get your money's worth.
yeah,
You definitely get your money's worth.
and if that wasn't good enough, then we have, everybody knows Anthony Katina was there, wrestled Dustin Jackson. Well, Anthony Katina went over to England, and he's actually had a tour over there. He's been wrestling over there for the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
And he's back. And he called me and said, I want to come back to New South and wrestle this week if I can possibly do it. And I thought, I got to get an opponent for Anthony Katina. I don't know who I can get as an opponent. Man, I don't know who I can get. So I started looking in my emails, and I said, you know what? This guy has been writing me and sending me emails since last year.
I see what you're doing. You're
But-
building up to this big announcement.
But he couldn't, because of his current contract, he couldn't wrestle for us on Friday nights when we was on Friday night.
Okay.
Because he has a contract, and he's with AEW, and he can't wrestle on Friday nights because they do all their tapings on Friday nights.
And this guy is on AEW every week.
Every week. And he's not only been on AEW, he's been all over the entire world. He's blown up social media. He's blown up memes, everything.
Can we say former Ring of Honor champion?
Former Ring of Honor champion.
Former
He's
Impact
been
star.
an Impact star, a TNA star. But he's been in correspondence with me for over a year and wanting to get onto the card, but he hasn't been able to because of Friday nights. Well, I reached out to him the other night and I said, I know it's short notice, brother, it's short notice, but we're running Sundays now. And I have this kid right now, Anthony Katina, and he's a smart mouth kid, and he was yelling at some people in the front row, little old lady, and he had her son fired up. And I just need somebody to come in and teach this kid a lesson. And he said, you know what, brother, I am there for you.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited about this.
So
Hell yeah.
You guys excited? Because
Yeah, I'm
y'all are going to
excited.
shit your pants when he
I
says
am.
his
So-
name.
Tell us before the show. We tried to twist your
They
arm
don't
and
know.
everything.
So I can tell you right now that we have booked the flight. The hotel room has been procured, and I can let you know that Jay Lethal will be in the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jay
Cheese
Jay
Mountain Man,
Lethal.
the myth, the legend, Jay Lethal, baby.
Oh,
And
wow.
a little bit later on tonight, you can go onto our Facebook page and you'll see the promo video that he sent me. And that video was filmed at AEW tonight. And he was right in front of the AEW backdrops.
Oh, wow.
And so he has made a little video letting the fans of New South Wrestling know that he's coming and he'll be here Sunday.
That
and
is
you better get your tickets
Incredible.
because they're going to go fast. $15 for all seats. And we have a family 4-pack.
Guys, I'm going to blow up I got the flyer on the live right now. I'm going to blow it up, guys. The PayPal, the Cash App, and the
website. You can
the
go to
Venmo, the
newsouthwrestling.com.
you can
Newsouthwrestling.com.
go
Damn
ahead
right.
and buy your tickets while you can.
Yeah, I'm telling you that the building seats about 250. They will go fast, and he will be there signing autographs as well at the meet and greet time, like during intermissions. I think we'll have 2 intermissions that night, and
Got you, Crystal.
he will be there signing autographs and taking pictures, and he will be wrestling Anthony Katina.
Hell
So
yeah.
he was super excited about it. He's been wanting to come to New South for a little while, and he's ready. He said he's bringing everything he's got to show Anthony Katina what
hell yeah.
he is all about.
Dude Browning, man, I got you.
I got
said,
you,
"Sean, buy my
Andy.
ticket."
I got a picture of Jay Lethal.
You got a picture?
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you guys, it's going to be off the chain, and he is actually he's going to be coming in, and he's excited about wrestling. And he took the time to do a promo video while he is at TV tonight, and he said he can't wait. So
man, I can't be more excited about this guy. This guy I've watched for years and years and years, and he is a professional. He loves the business of wrestling. I can't I can't be more excited about this guy that you've got. I mean, this is incredible.
Dave Harmon said, "Where did Tony go? Could you put the poster up?" Hey, that's an improvement, brother. They took my face off of there. That made the ratings go up.
hey, they're excited because Jay Lethal's coming.
Yeah, that's right.
He's Dave Harmon. What's up, buddy?
He is coming. He is ready. Jay Lethal he was really hot in TNA, and he's only gotten hotter this last year. He was in Ric Flair's last match.
That's right.
He's killing it right now with Jeff Jarrett. I mean, it's just he wrestled Briscoes in Lexington, Kentucky. Wrestled Briscoe there, and that was an emotional match.
Yes, it was.
They were both crying.
And we were there.
We were there. Yeah, we were all there. But he is excited, and he wants to be here. So I'm telling you, fans, you better get your tickets now. You better make sure you're at the show because it's not very often you get to see and meet and go up and talk to and get pictures with and everything for Jay Lethal.
Damn straight, because let me tell you guys, tickets are going to sell out fast.
Yeah, when I talked to him tonight or this afternoon on the phone, he called me and we was talking. I told him, I was like, you're one of the most talented wrestlers on the planet right now. Not just for what you can do in the ring, because that's freaking amazing, but you have so much charisma. You can do Ric Flair. You can do, Macho Man Randy Savage. You can do all of that. He's a talker. He's a wrestler. He can do it all.
Yes.
And on top
I'm so
of it,
impressed
he's
with
a
him.
super nice guy.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he really
So
is.
impressed with that man. I mean,
I was at a Ring of Honor show in 2013 up in Cincinnati, and a kid sitting at the front crowd with the mom the kid dropped his sippy cup. Jay Lethal in the middle of an angle, a promo or whatever, just leaves the ring, grabs the sippy cup, hands it to the kid, then get back in the ring and finishes what he's doing.
Well, I mean, he reached out to me earlier last year and said that he had heard a number of good things about New South Wrestling. And that's what he says in the promo video. He said at the time, he was like, I don't know who I'm wrestling, but then I told him who I want him to wrestle. He said, I don't know who I'm wrestling, but everybody on that roster is top-notch talent.
Yeah.
And he said, so I know I'm going to have a good match. Then I called him back and let him know it's Anthony Katina that I want.
Katina.
Want him to wrestle. So,
oh my God, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be
we're going to
a
have
great
Brian
show.
Pillman Jr. down there, and
Lethal.
Jane Lethal. I mean,
And Ari Alexander.
John's Mike.
yeah, Arlie Alexander will be there. I mean, it's just a top-notch card all the way through and through. But I'm super stoked because, like I said, we've been working on it, getting him here for a year.
Bobby Blaze says Sean's mic ain't working.
Check 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear him, Bobby?
No, that's not
Check
you.
1 2. I'm
That's
on
not you.
3.
You're
Check
three.
1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
You're working.
Yeah,
You're
he's
working. You're in
Bobby.
my ears.
Okay. Well,
But
Thanks,
yeah, I
buddy.
mean, so this is exciting for me because we, for one, I really like what Jay Lethal has done in the business. He's just been great everywhere he's went. The stuff with Ric Flair was so entertaining. When he did the Black Machismo, that was so entertaining. And I told him that on the phone. But we've really, really, truly have been trying to get him here for a year, and he's been wanting to come for a year. But AEW has nixed it every time because of their tapings on Friday.
True.
So they basically did a blanket statement saying that no talents can leave on Friday because they do so much taping on Friday. So he told me on the phone today, he said, Sundays are open for me. If you want me to come back multiple times, I'll come back. But I'm available. And so on short notice at that, I reached out to him Monday and, before the event, and that short notice, he was all about it.
I'm excited about this.
yes, I am.
Yeah, guys, you guys got to get down there and or try Try to come to the door, but you guys need to buy your tickets ahead of time.
Ian Mosley just sent us 500 stars.
Hell yeah!
Way to go, Ian.
Thank you guys.
That's a great guy from Texas right there.
We appreciate you guys, everybody that sends stars, guys. We do appreciate that, and it does help the production of the podcast. Johnny's paycheck is so high that I can hardly afford him.
And I tell you guys, after the show, go out onto New South's our Facebook page and look at the video that he sent.
So later on, guys, Jay Lethal. There's a Jay Lethal promo video going to be on New South New South Wrestling's Facebook page right after the show. So guys, go check that out, and we will share it on our podcast page too.
You know, Ian Mosley's a manager in Texas, a wrestling manager. He calls himself the Mouth. Ian Mosley.
Yeah,
the show reaches out everywhere. Right? We're everywhere. Texas, Florida. We got people watching New York City. We're
Florida,
all over the place.
Texas.
Well, and any of these people, any of you all who was in the house at Rep Arena and watched him at the AEW show there, and you didn't get a chance to meet him, you can come out to New South Wrestling and meet him.
Oh yeah,
So
he's going to be signing autographs.
Yeah, and every seat in the house is a great seat. You set
Oh,
your
yes.
show up at the back, and it's a great seat.
Oh yeah, we
Damn
sit in the
right.
back of the show. We get back. We
Indeed
get
it
there.
is.
And it's great. I had these guys. We wasn't filming the matches, but they were commentating on the matches as they were going on, and I was filming them. And they're sitting in the back talking about the matches, and they see it great, right? What's y'all's
yeah,
vision?
Saw everything.
It's very good. You can see the ring from where you're at.
This place is very intimate, guys. And like during a mission, like after the show, before the show, you can get autographs, signings. You can buy New South merchandise. Sean John's sweat hoodie right there.
Yep.
Man, it's incredible.
New South wrestling hoodie.
I need to get me a couple of those myself.
I do too.
And
Yeah, and you might even, if you're nice enough and you've been on the show and listening to the Nice Guy Andy podcast show, he might let you get on air and talk to him a little bit.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so he not only is about the wrestlers, he's about the fans.
Yeah.
So he would love to maybe minute or 2 minutes sit down and ask you what you think about New South Wrestling or what you think about a current product or, that's what these guys are out there for.
Yeah.
Not just for New South, but to also be able to talk to their fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
That's why they do the smaller shows, because they can talk to the fans easier.
Well, I'm talking about you guys
Oh,
too.
us.
So,
They're talking
so
about us.
not only do you all come out to support us, which you do.
Oh, yeah.
because we're partners, but you also come out to see the fans.
Yeah.
So that they can come over.
Oh,
and talk
we
to
come
you.
out to talk to the fans, and the fans will come over and talk to us.
Hey, we've had tripping balls on there.
We have-
because he was there.
We have fans come on the show sometimes. We'll have, if you're a big enough fan, like these guys, wrestling fans, like huge wrestling fans. That's why they're on the show. Like, you may you may get booked on the show if you're a
Hey.
big enough fan.
Ian Mosley wants you to have
Somebody
a
better
woo
have a
off.
woo
He
off
said
with
somebody better woo off with Jay Lee.
Well, that'll be up to Jay, but I know Jay's super excited, and he's told me he's going to bring gimmicks to sell at his gimmick table.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he will be out there
I'm a
at
huge
the
Lethal.
intermissions.
I'm a huge Lethal fan. I am such a huge Lethal fan.
I'm excited that he's actually going to be at New South.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well,
That's big.
he's excited about it too. He says in the video, he said, making my debut at New South Wrestling, and he's super excited about making his debut here.
Oh
And
wow.
y'all have had Billy Gunn. Y'all have had the Gun Club.
Ryan
And now
Finley.
you're having Brian Pym Jr. and Jay Lethal.
Oh, we've had Tatanka here. We've had
Rakishi.
Ariane
we've had
and-
Rikishi,
uh,
Ariane.
I heard rumors that Rakishi's going to be on, like, having a storyline with WWE.
Yeah, they're
real
talking
soon.
about possibly with the bloodline and that whole thing. Yeah.
So y'all are liable to see a New South alumni right on
Commissioner.
WWE soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you got Chelsea Green, who was with us, and now she's back with WWE.
Yeah.
And
Running a great gimmick, by the way.
Carlito, yeah, he was with us. You have Doug Gilbert was with us. Hernandez was with us. I mean, you have Lady Frost, who just now signed with Ring of Honor.
Yep.
she is super. Like, I love watching her wrestle.
Yeah, she's a sweet
athletic.
girl too.
She is. when she was at New South, I went over and talked to her, and she's like, "I love your hair. It's the same color as mine." Like, because she has the white hair and I have the white hair, so she's like, "Yeah,
She's Lady Frost and you're Mr. Frost.
yeah, I guess."
Yours is naturally gray.
Yeah. She's like, "I love your hair." I was like,
You're Andy Frost.
Andy
And
Frost.
Tiny right now
Andy Frost.
just did a wave motion to us.
You had the
Aaron Rose, Tiny.
and you had the guy from Beer Money on too.
James Storm.
Yeah, James
James
Storm.
Storm has been on too.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a lot of.
We had Toa Leone on.
Yep.
Yep.
He's been with
Larry
the-
D has been our champ, so you know.
Yeah.
Well, so was Billy Gunn. He was
Billy
our
Gunn
champ.
was our champ.
You know, and that's the first thing too that. So when Brian Pillman came in last week, he walked in. First thing he said is he saw the big poster or the big banner of the gun club. He's like, "They were here."
Yeah.
I said, "They were our tag
Who,
team
AJ?
champions." No, Pillman.
Oh, Pillman.
He said
Jr.
they were here. I was like, "Oh, they were our tag team champions." I said, "Me and Billy are good friends,"
Yeah.
and he said, "Oh shoot, well you're gonna have to have me and Brock Anderson come in and work them here." I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
"Yeah, well we'll see if we can't put that together."
AJ, AJ, how'd you say?
Kazana.
Kazana, AJ Kazana.
Yeah,
He was
Kazana.
like, "You had those guys here." He's like, "I want to wrestle them." Like he said that to us. He's like,
Also,
"Who
he
they ever
commented-
beat?"
He
Yeah.
complimented your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then Brian also come up to me after the show last week after his match, and he come up to me in the locker room. He said, "Let me tell you something, man. I love what you have here." He said, "The branding is amazing."
Oh, yeah,
he said,
yeah.
"Everything you hear is just awesome." He said, "The locker room, everybody is helping each other. They're all making sure that the other people ain't doing the things they're doing."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's such a team atmosphere." He said, "Dude, I'm just an hour and a half up the road. I'd love to come back."
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. I was joking with him a little bit about Enzo, and he's like, because him and Enzo are supposed to be pretty good buddies.
Yeah, he's actually the one that got Enzo back to wrestling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Enzo puts him over quite a bit.
Yeah. So I was like, I thought Enzo walked in the door, and he's like, "Who?" He looked at me. He's like, "Where's he at?" And I was like, "Is he here?" And I was like, "No, he's not here."
Hey, he told me that he'd be interested on actually coming into the studio.
Hey.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, he's just an hour and a half up the road.
Oh, they seem like
and he actually asked for, and he said it out in the crowd too, and the crowd went nuts. And then we got into the back, and he said, "Hey, I just want you to know, I would love to come back and work your champion."
Yeah.
And so I didn't, I said, "All right, sounds good." And then through the week a little bit, started thinking about it, and I said, called him, said, "Do you want to come this week and work
The big show?
our upstart champion?" And he said, "Yeah, I want to do that."
That's awesome.
That's
And I mean, Dustin Jackson has a big. He has a big match on his hands. So.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And not to mention, I didn't even mention that we've got also on the show Jordan Cage, our New South heavyweight champion.
Oh,
Picture perfect.
so we've got him too. So it's good. It's going to be a heck of a.
So who's he wrestling?
I'm still putting all that together,
Oh, okay.
and the card's always subject
change,
too,
guys.
so things
And
can
you should
change
take
as we
on-
go on.
What's that?
You're taking on for the New South heavyweight.
Oh, yeah, I'll go in there. I'll get in the ring with him. He don't want none of this.
Yeah, so we could we could make a couple changes too.
Yeah.
And that's quite possible in there. But I know Jordan is coming because it's the New South show and he's the heavyweight champion, so he will be on the show.
That's right.
as well. So
That's awesome, man. That sounds like a damn big pay-per-view show. Like
It
it's
really
going to be
is.
on pay-per-view too, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that that William will be there to do the pay-per-view.
Okay, so guys, it's going to
hell
be on
yeah.
pay-per-view.
GoPrepSpin.com.
GoPrepSpin.com for what's the $9? Is that what it is? $10?
$10.
$10,
I
guys.
think
If
it's
y'all can't make it, $10 on PrepSpin.com. But you got to get down there because you can't meet Jay Lethal or Brian Pillman or any of the other guys unless you're in the building.
And I'm going to tell you, and this the wrestlers have said this, the other fans have said this. Every show gets better and better, and in that building, the acoustics in that building are so good that the crowd sounds like it's just massive.
It sounds like
It sounds
filled
so
up the
great.
entire
I love the place, man. I love coming down there and you letting us do the lives down there. I feel
no
so
prep spin this week.
appreciated
Oh,
of that.
so this one will not be on Prep Spin because he has the state finals. So this one we will film with our professional production, and it will go to YouTube. So, but it'll be later.
So guys, you cannot watch this one on pay-per-view. This is an exclusive down at New South Arena show. So get your asses down there.
And you can maybe see yourself on YouTube. I mean, our YouTube has thousands and thousands of views, and you might see yourself on there. So
I see us inside the intro.
Oh yeah, we're there all the time. Yeah, we're on there. We're on there all the time. I got my kids on there, and
we live at New
the nice guy and guys. Yeah, I got these Superfly Johnny Lee shirts available.
Don't they look
guys.
swell?
If I don't know if y'all can see it now, but it says Superfly Johnny Lee. Those will be available soon, guys. Let me know if you want one. They're gonna be like $17. So let me know. No shipping or anything, so I can get those guys. If y'all want a Nice Guy Andy podcast shirt, just let me know too. And like $17, we can get you a shirt. So
that's right.
Let us know.
How come mine's so expensive?
Huh?
Well, you got to pay double.
I'm gonna like the ones on ProWrestling.com. You got to pay shipping and stuff, which we don't care. We would love for you guys to go over there and to buy the shirts too. But if you guys want one of these Superfly Johnny Lee shirts, we can get you one.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
And when you're down at New South Wrestling down in Lawrenceburg, go over to the. They got a great gimmick table over there for merchandise and New South Wrestling merchandise.
Like this hoodie.
You got hoodies, you got T-shirts.
The hat.
You can buy you can buy autographs from the guests that have already been, the wrestlers that have already been there. You can get like little wristbands, and I wear the
keychain.
The key, what is it called?
The lanyard.
The lanyard.
Lanyard. I've got 2 of those, and I wear them every day.
Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, Taya Valkyrie's on AEW.
Wow.
She's all elite now. You think she's going to take that title off of her?
I don't know. She's held it for quite a long time.
She's 53-0.
Chrissy John says she wants a Nice Game podcast shirt.
Right there.
Okay, we'll get you one.
Got enough. She's already got 2 with a Sean.
Let us know, and Sean will buy you 2.
That's right. Hey, that's great hoodie that you got on right there, Anthony.
Oh yeah, that's a long sleeve shirt that I've had made. I'm getting ready to get some more of these made. These were only made for me, but I'm gonna make them for people.
Guys, when y'all are down there too, the concession stand is out of this world, guys. He's got all kinds of cold soft drinks to get there, and the hot dogs, and he's got nachos, pickles, any kind of candy bars that you'd like. Check out the concession stand when you're down there.
I got one thing to read right here. Ian Mosley said, "I'll get my shirt when I finally make it up to you guys and be on the show. I'll give my boy Superfly one of my shirts in exchange."
That's right.
Sounds good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we've also been approved for our beer license as well.
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
we're working with the distributor, and hopefully this weekend we'll have that as
Oh,
well.
wow, guys.
So
we love beer.
if we can get that.
and you're able to either handle it or get a ride home.
Yeah.
Beer.
Just guys, when you're down here, just drink responsibly.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we've gotten that done. So we're working with the distributor, and hopefully we can get it here this week. If not, then the next week. But yeah, we're looking at doing some stuff.
Heck
Chris
yeah.
Look at this.
One of the security guards down there at New South just sent 145 stars to us. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris Young.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
Chris is a good guy. I went to give him his pay a couple weeks ago, and he told me to give the pay to Larry D for Larry's thing.
Wow, that's
great.
incredible.
And we took up some money for Larry at the show with our 50-50 raffle, and then I gave him some money also. So I want people to not forget that. So
Exactly.
If you can go out to the GoFundMe page and give some money to Larry D, he lost his house in his fire and lost everything that he had.
I donated to him the first time I heard about it.
Yeah, we just all need to pull together and help him because he's having a rough time right now, and
He's one of the brothers.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's humbled right now by everybody giving and helping him. So because I've talked to him on the phone, and
Yeah, he's when he gets everything. I've talked to him on Messenger, and when he gets everything straightened out, his father is dealing with some cancer issues right now, and God bless him. You know, like I told Larry, you can replace your house, and you will replace your house, but your father you cannot replace, and you need to spend way more time with him and cherish that situation before while you can, and we are praying for him. And Larry said that he will come on the podcast at some point. So I want to make that announcement that I told him whenever he's ready, he can come and share his experiences with wrestling himself.
That's right.
Yeah, and I think they're going to also be here in the near future working on a benefit show for Larry up there in Cynthiana, and we've been asked to have one of our champions on there defending title for one of our matches.
They put on a hell of a show.
And by all means,
they do great shows.
We told them definitely we would be there to help support Larry.
Anybody that's went down there to the Legends Wrestling Academy they got down there, a school down there, came out of there like they're badass.
Yeah.
Like they wrestle like Alexis Littlefoot, Kellen Craven, Nate Gnarly. Like those guys are homegrown Cynthiana wrestlers that Larry D and Max Sled has taught, and they're top notch, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody that comes through Larry D's academy. Before we had our school up, I told everybody go to Larry D's or to Chance Profits. I actually used to tell people to go to OVW to Al Snow's academy until all that crap started. But I don't send people there no more. But we've got our academy. We're just waiting on students to want to pay.
You want to talk about the conversation you had with Larry? I mean, with Al?
No, I'm not going to get into that. That was between me and Al. But
come on, guys.
But it's pretty funny. I've talked to a couple of the wrestlers who know him, and I do a pretty good Al Snow impression. So
he's a good guy. Though.
Yeah. No, I mean I had no problem with Al. It's just I don't really like Matt Jones, and
us either.
And there's a lot of people that don't like Matt Jones, and some are even his partners. So.
Because he's a stick in the mud and stuck up jerk.
Well, he's a bully, and he just he thinks he's better than everybody, and
exactly.
Those people have a nice place, and it's a pretty warm place.
Dustin Jackson's gonna call in.
Yeah. Dustin Jackson's gonna want to call in too.
I tried to get him in the studio. I guess he misunderstood and
it was a miscommunication, I guess.
I want to shout out Regina Ricker.
Oh
Richter?
Rickard. Yeah, she's our photographer.
Photographer down there. I have her phone number, and I text her and I said, "Do you have some pictures of Dustin holding the belt?" And 5 seconds later, she was sent them to me.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to shout out Regina out. Thank you for sending those pictures to us. And guys, go on her Instagram and check her out and give her a like and give her
you can see
love.
You can see all kinds of pictures from our shows on there. She's got thousands of them.
She's a great photographer, guys. If y'all need anything, I don't know if she comes out and takes pictures of your. I don't know what she does actually, but. I know she's a great photographer, so reach out to her.
For sports.
For UK sports, she does Lexington Legends, which I guess now they're the
I didn't know if
counterclocks.
I don't know if she'd come out and if you
I don't know
hired her or not. I don't know.
She might, but she's awesome, and she's a great person.
Yeah.
She loves being there with us because it's like a family.
I think that I'm thinking about having her on the podcast at some point because I'm sure she saw so much and up close. She saw a lot of things up close.
Oh, yeah.
And let's give it up for Ian Mosley. He just sent us 800 stars. And he said, all right, guys, heading to the gym, got exercise this weekend. Pray for Larry and his family. And as soon as I get my money tomorrow, I'm going to the GoFundMe, and I'm paying Larry D. You know what? That's a man from Texas.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's what we needed to do as not just people here in Kentucky, but all over, wrestling fans all over the world. We need to help Larry D. Larry D's been around a long time, and he's really
the shirt right off.
He's helped a lot of people in the business. He's helped,
a former Impact star.
He's an Impact star. He's traveled everywhere. He's wrestled everybody.
Yeah,
and he's wrestled on NWA.
Yeah, and he's just a sweetheart of a guy, a good guy. And we hate to see that happen to anybody, but especially those sweetheart guys.
His wife, she came on the podcast. She is incredible.
She blew us away.
She blew us away. A great personality. Just like everybody was watching the show. I want to shout her out too. Paige Jones, thank you so much, and hope everything turns out for you guys. And love to have you back on the show. We get you back on before Larry.
Hey, I wouldn't mind also getting Max Sled too.
Oh, I want Max Sled on too.
Man's got some personality.
Their podcast is incredible. I listen to it. I'm a fan of it. I listen to it. It's me, Max, and a Mike. If I was Larry, I'd have put my name on the podcast. But
yeah.
Put your name on the podcast, Larry.
Yeah.
But Larry D, Max, and a Mike. So But Max is incredible on the mic. I just,
Oh yeah,
especially he was born for that podcast shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has their niche.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
He's so funny, man. He's so,
Hey.
and when he's out there, he's wrestled for you a couple times, and he's
Yeah.
just hilarious.
yeah, he's something else. He's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
He
what,
was
Andy
number
Presley?
one entrant in the Nice Guy Andy Podcast Championship Battle Royal last.
Oh yeah, he
he
was an
was.
interest in that. Yes,
Yeah.
he wanted
And-
in so bad.
Do you know this man? Kicking Kelly Charles.
Oh yeah, kicking Kelly
He's
Charles.
coming in
Kelly.
next month.
Yeah, that's
April
one of my
12th.
real good friends. He I took him to Mississippi with me at the NWA, and I tell you, one time Kelly Charles give me a chop, and I've got it on video. It's actually, I think it's out on the YouTube channel. He gave me a chop on the floor, and he hit me so hard that my heart skipped a beat.
Oh wow.
Like seriously, no doubt. It's I come up off of my feet like an inch up off the ground, and my heart skipped a beat.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's coming on the podcast.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
April
got a
12th.
chop, and then not only about wrestling, like he was a great wrestler, but he was even better at MMA.
Yeah.
When he left wrestling, he went like on a tear in MMA.
Is he coming here, Andrew?
Oh, I think Dustin Jackson's calling in, Andy.
Dustin
Yeah.
Jackson's calling.
Yeah.
I think
No,
so.
that's Andrew Dubrowning.
I'll say you back. Dang it,
Make
Andrew.
it quick, dude.
Oh, we're not even hooked up to the. Hold on, dude. Call me back. I'm not hooked up. I'm glad you
Are you
called.
back, dude? Yeah, Chris Young. Jay Lethal's going to be there this coming Sunday.
We
Shout
may
out to
have
Chris Young. He's a big wrestling fan. He
Yeah,
comes
he
to
is.
every show. Thanks, Chris Young, for coming to every New South show.
He gets-
We've
he-
seen you
he
there
works
every
the
time,
show.
man. Thank you for so much. And he tunes into the podcast all the time.
Yes, he
Thanks,
does.
man.
Him and Larry D once had a standoff while he was behind the barricade, and Larry D's coming up to
We
him
were there.
Yeah,
like that to him.
They're good friends. We were there, Johnny.
Yeah,
We saw it.
we were right behind them.
yeah. So that's it's going to be a good night, and you definitely want to get your tickets out because we usually have a line out the door because it's $15 a seat. And there's no assigned seat, so there's no like first row, second row. So like whoever's first come there gets them. So you want to get there early. Doors open at 5. Bell time is at 6. You want to get in there and get. But every seat in the house is a good seat.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want the first or second row, you got to get there real early.
And there's a lot of front row seats, guys.
Yeah, I think we have 47 front row seats and
that.
52 second row.
Yeah, guys. So you can come down, and it's really good chance that if you get there early, you will get a front row seat.
Yeah.
Robert Morrow, the big announcement. We're getting Jay Lethal will be at New South Wrestling this coming Sunday.
In Lawrenceburg,
Buy
Kentucky.
tickets at newsouthwrestling.com.
What the hell?
Oh, they're changing it because it's no longer the All Atlantic. It's the AEW International title.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be Jay Lethal will be here Sunday taking on Anthony Katina, and you can look on our New South Wrestling Facebook page later, and you'll see the promo video that he cut at AEW tonight for us, so you can go check that out.
Anthony Cantina is a hell of a wrestler too, guys. He's just came back
From England, he went on a tour to England for 2 weeks, and I mean he wrestled 5 nights a week over
This
there.
ain't going to be like an easy Lethal come in and beat this guy. This guy's going to give him a hell of a match,
Yeah,
guys.
it's gonna be a damn good match.
Yeah, Anthony Katina's like 6'3", chiseled,
Yes.
great athlete.
Yeah. So this ain't going to be just Jay Lethal coming in and winning. He's going to have to earn this victory. So, guys, get down there and watch this hell of a match. And you're going to have Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be taking on Dustin Jackson for the upstart
heavyweight title.
heavyweight title.
Yeah, it's a big night. I mean, it's a really, really big night. That we're going to see new upstart tag team champions crowned, the first ever, as Colorblind's taking on Rex and Swayze. So that's a brand new title.
Like, yeah, brand new titles, guys. Brand new titles down there. And Dustin Jackson is also your X Division champion.
That's right. He's the X Division and the upstart heavyweight champion.
Guys, if y'all haven't watched Dustin Jackson wrestle, you guys are missing out. This kid can go.
That's right, and we may have to call him.
I love his theme music.
Yeah, you love his theme music. What's his theme music?
Shot to the heart.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Bon
You love a
Jovi,
bad name,
or
but Bon
was it
Jovi.
Bon Jovi, or was
Yeah,
it?
Bon-
Yep, it's
yeah.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
It's a great song.
First rock and roll.
You know,
song.
Dustin
There's old Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
I've
5 years old.
I've worked
still
with
looks
him.
in better shape than guys 20 years.
I tell you what, I've worked with him, and he is a consummate professional, and he's a super good guy.
That's what I'm
He's sober now too. So
I want to
really
I want to look like him when I'm 55.
right.
When I worked with him in the NWA,
I could've looked like that at
he was the
35.
NWA heavyweight champion, and we were sitting in the locker room, and he said, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Frankfort, Kentucky, right outside of Lexington." He said, "Oh man, I used to be in Lexington all the time." And then he said, "What are you doing down here?" I said, "Well, I wrestle down here, and then I'm going to college at Mississippi Valley State." And he said, "Whatever you do, continue doing that." He said, "Make sure that you have a backup plan." He said, "Because a lot of these guys don't have it."
Yeah.
He said, and so if you're in college, he said, get that degree and then have that backup plan. He was just so cool. We sat and
That's
talked
awesome,
for about an
man.
hour in the locker room, but he was a good dude. He said the majority of guys, they get into this and they don't have a backup plan. He said, if you're in college, finish that out.
You know, of all the wrestlers that I've met, that you've brung in, that I've met down in New South, I haven't met one with an attitude, a bad attitude.
No.
I mean, and
Right.
that contributes to you and who you know and who works at New South Wrestling, because you choose the great guys. You really do, and these guys are always so nice. They're so cool. They're just good people that you bring down to New South.
And me and Zodiac talked about it the other night till about 1 a.m. But we were sitting there talking about, other promotions and the way things go and why everybody likes working for us so much. And I think the biggest thing is because I'm all about family and team atmosphere. That's what I want our shows to be about. And I bring in guys who are going to do that and not going to politic in the back and not going to try to get themselves over. It's all about the team.
Yeah.
And so everybody in our locker room, they're walking up, talking to other guys and saying, hey, I want you to do good in your match tonight. I want you, and they're pushing each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not only
Positive attitude in the locker room and actually anywhere is so
Because
great.
there's
yeah.
no I in team.
well, and it's great. And then another thing that, like Zodi said, I've noticed. He said, I've noticed that these guys too, like, you're not directing them to promote for you, but they're going out on their own Facebooks and doing videos and posting them and sending them to you. He said most of the time they don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're doing that on their own because they love the product so much.
Yeah.
And they feel so much a part of the team.
It feels like when you're down there and I'm around you and around it just feels so professional.
Oh yeah.
Like you like when that professional one says professional wrestler, like your New South Wrestling is professional wrestling, because guys, these guys are professionals and you're a professional and you put a great product out. And guys, if y'all haven't been down the New South Wrestling, guys, get down there, 101 Hilltop Drive, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. It's not very far from Lexington. It's not very far from Nicholsville at all.
No.
Like, it's close to Nicholsville. It's close to Frankfort.
And it's not a long drive at all.
If you're in Florida, fly the fuck in here because it's close to the airport. Like,
Yeah.
You can drive. And
well-
plus, if you go down Versailles, you get to drive right past the castle to go see
Well, and
you.
here's my
Exactly.
thing. Here's my thing. I've had some people get on there and they'll say, I'm in Lexington. It's a little far for me. And then my response to them always is, do you realize how far our wrestlers come
Yeah.
from? So our wrestlers are not like Lawrenceburg guys.
Yeah.
So we have guys who come all the way from Chicago that wrestle for us. We have a number of people that come up from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
We have them coming from West Virginia,
Uh-huh.
from Ironton, Ohio. They're coming from everywhere.
Exactly.
I mean, the closest person that we have with us is Dustin Jackson in Louisville.
Yeah.
So everybody else is coming from very, very far away.
Yeah.
So
And you can't drive like 20 minutes it's like 20 minutes.
our referees,
Guys, I can get to New South Wrestling from my house, and I'm on the north side of Lexington, to New South Wrestling way before I can get to the fucking Fayette Mall out there.
Yeah.
On in Nicholsville Road, because you don't have the traffic. You got a beautiful scene. You get to drive right past the castle. If you're going out Versailles Road, you go right through beautiful Versailles. You go out there. You go across this really cool bridge out there that goes over
Tyrone Bridge.
Tyrone Bridge. It goes over Kentucky River, and then you go right past Wild Turkey Distillery, which is legendary around here, and then right up the hill.
you're there at Hilltop.
On Hilltop, on the top of the hill.
That's right.
There is New South Wrestling, guys, and it's the parking's great. There's enough parking. The seating is great. You can see anywhere in the place.
Yeah, you can go to the concession stand to buy something and still see the ring.
Yes.
Damn straight.
You can go to the merch table and you can still see the ring.
Yeah.
And the concession stand.
You can
sells great
stand.
stuff.
You can stand at that back door back there and see everything from there.
Yeah, and we have skill games. The skill games that you can sit down and play those and watch the show too.
And watch the show.
Exactly.
Come
Yeah.
over and we'll be sitting right there next to the skill games. Go over there and play those guys. Nice Guy 80 podcast will be right there. And we'll be live. These guys will be commentating on the show. You won't be able to see the action, but you'll be able to see Sean Johns and Johnny Lee talking about the action. And they're so goofy that you guys will just freaking laugh
And
your
I
ass
tell you
off.
what, those skill games, man. Every show I've paid out.
Yeah.
Like I've had to pay out a $200 ticket. I
Yeah.
paid out a $100 ticket. Shoot, one of the wrestlers.
Really?
Cody.
Got him a tip.
Yeah. Anyway, so Cody, he came out and he was like, "I'm gonna go out to the snack bar." I was like, "Okay, it's fine." So at intermission, he put like $20 in it and he was playing. He come up to me, he's like, "Hey, I won $100."
You pay me out that 100.
Yeah, so I paid him out the $100. I was like, "Man, I got to pay him for wrestling," and he hit the dang machine.
Exactly.
So my sister hit me for like 100 one week, 100 the next week. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But-
that's
But
crazy.
it's
man.
there to play too.
Oh
if you
yeah,
want
it's there to
so.
win, man. Go out down there and play,
Exactly.
and do what you got to do down there.
One
you
of
know,
my
it's
security guys
so
won
great
on it.
down there. You got any other shows coming up? Like any? I know you just had a comedy
Yeah,
show,
so-
and you've had a concert down there.
Yeah, so we've had a comedy show, we've had a concert, we had birthday parties, all of that. That's even just going to ramp up more now that we have the beer. That we will be having the beer. So that's going to ramp up even more.
So if I have a birthday party down there, we can drink.
Well, I mean, at that point, I mean, yeah, probably you.
Yeah,
could,
we can buy beer from you.
Well, you'd have to buy food too. So,
food and beer.
We have to sell food to be able to sell beer.
Yeah.
That's part of the license. But we have the license to sell both.
Yeah.
And we also have the license to sell it on Sunday too. So
Okay.
So the shows are on Sunday. We can sell it as long as it's after 12 o'clock. So
Okay.
we can sell it. But we haven't got it in there yet. We're working with the distributor on that. So you have to have a distributor bring it out.
So I know you don't do this all by yourself. You have some sponsors. You want to shout out your sponsors?
Yeah, I have a lot of sponsors. Dawson Sons Heating and Cooling. That's people know that's Bobby Doss.
Oh, Bobby Doss.
Yeah,
He's
great.
such a great guy, guys. This guy, when I didn't meet him, I thought this guy's gonna be an asshole. But when I met him, man, I was like, he's a fucking sweetheart.
Never judge a.
He gave us this jersey that we have on the wall here.
And he needs to follow one
yeah.
rule. Never judge a book by
Well, I didn't
its
judge him. I just thought to myself in my brain.
Oh, we're like
yeah.
brothers, man. We go to the UK football games together and tailgate, and he's
so funny.
He's funny. Like we'll sit there, and the fans from the opposite team will walk by.
Yeah.
And he'll be just obnoxious with them. He'll tell them,
Yeah.
"The fuck you doing walking on my lawn?" You know, and
He's so funny. He was sitting behind us at the AEW, and I was like, "Hey, man,
Popcorn at us.
hey, big tall guy, sit down because
I
my
mean, he did
fans
say
can't
he
see
would.
me."
yeah. No, he's something else. He's great, but he's one of our sponsors, Shelby's Diner in Frankfurt.
You know, I went up there and ate the last time I was in Frankfurt, and that place is great.
Oh man, the burgers are half
Oh,
pound
yeah.
burgers. They're amazing.
I had a burger and the mashed potatoes, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was in like comfort food heaven.
Oh yeah, I've known Shelby since we were probably 5 years old. So she's always been.
She
a
was
good
in there,
cook.
and I wanted to talk to her, but I was grubbing, and I was like, I was feeding my face. I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but
She's busy. I mean, sometimes she's cooking, waiting tables, and ringing people up. She's the owner, and she does all of it. So she has her daughters and some other people that work there too. So, but
and I'm telling you, guys, you think diner, you think maybe dirty? No, this place is super, super clean. I went in the bathroom, and it was like you could probably eat your cheeseburger in the bathroom. It was so clean there.
oh yeah, she was in there one day, and I walked in and she had all the stuff in the kitchen pulled out and she was scrubbing the
So
walls.
clean.
And I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I got to have something to do on downtime."
That
I'm cleaning
place
it up.
is
Hell yeah.
clean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Got
super
that
clean.
idea, said if you got
Guys,
time
there's
to
not
clean,
like-
you got time to clean.
Yeah, that's a clean restaurant. Like,
Yeah. So that's one of them. Then we have Abracadabra Graphic Design. They do all of my logos and everything like that.
This stuff is quality, guy. This Abracadabra place, they make all these nice shirts.
They designed my logo.
They did all the banners and stuff inside the
Yeah,
new
the
circle.
banners there. They did all of that. So they're one of our sponsors. He will print anything. He's right there in Frankfurt. You can find him on our Facebook too. We tag him in just about everything.
Quality stuff, guys.
Yeah.
When you're down at New South Wrestling, if you need a banner, check their banners out. This guy's doing great stuff down in Frankfurt.
Yep. And then we have JRS Printing. They do a lot of our like handbills and posters and things like that.
Okay.
So
Your posters are incredible.
Yeah, they're top notch. They're not
Andrew
cheap. They're not cheap either. So.
Yeah. Hold on, dude. Hold on, we'll talk to you in a second. Hold on.
But yes, so those aren't cheap either. They're nice. Everything we do is kind of top of the line. But then we have NutriShop here in Lexington on Tiverton Way. They handle all my nutrition needs, and,
And you're losing weight. You're getting in shape.
a lot of weight, lifting weights, drinking just water, and then I'll have about like one of these.
What is that? Because
That is Ghost, and it's no sugar. It's like an energy drink, but it has no sugar, zero sugar.
I've been drinking something called Yabra. It's in there.
I've seen one in the
Yeah, it's really good. It ain't got nothing but stevia in it, and it's like yerba mate, like tea.
Yeah.
It's got natural energy drinks, and it gives you energy, and it depresses your
appetite.
Yeah.
See, I'll do one
I'm
of
gonna
these
check that
or,
out, too.
or like a Zoa or a Bang, one of those a day.
Yeah.
But the rest is all water. I won't drink nothing else but water. Yeah. So you can go over there at NutriShop. They're one. We have been in a deal.
So what does he do? Like do over there, you go over there, and he'll like you tell him what you need, and he'll like design you like.
Well, he will if you want, and he'll do stacks for you or whatever. But it's kind of like General Nutrition Center, like GNC, but it's a different brand.
Okay.
And they're real good at what they do. But I buy stuff over there.
And if
every
you don't
month.
if you don't know anything about vitamins, you go over there and they'll tell you what you need to get.
Yeah, the guy who owns it, his name is Sky, and he's an awesome dude. He's ripped, and he's actually a songwriter from Nashville.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And he's written a lot of songs you've heard on the radio. So
Yeah.
we've
You talked
actually-
about them having a
about a
concert.
writers round where they bring writers from Nashville who come in and they'll talk a little bit about a song they wrote, and then they'll sing it, and then they'll go to the next one. We're talking about doing some of those over there. So that's one of our sponsors.
There's Jay Lethal right there.
Yeah,
He's got the guitar.
My
He's about to
man.
smack somebody with that guitar. Oh, he just got
That man got
smacked.
speared.
Yeah, he got knocked down, didn't he? But
So the vitamin guy is a songwriter.
yeah, he's a songwriter, and he's just an awesome dude. He's a good guy. And then we've been working a lot with Mingy Beef Jerky. We're actually working a deal with Mingy to put Mingy Beef Jerky on our aprons.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So they're going to be all around our aprons.
Man, they got some great beef jerky. They really do.
Yeah,
and
no
they're
doubt.
they're local. Like they were down in Bourbon County.
Yeah, I think they're Winchester. is where
Winchester?
they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Winchester.
Those guys have been around for a while, and they just all of a sudden was like the beef jerky.
Oh, they're awesome, man, and they're good guys, and they like what we're doing, and of course they're partners with Prep Spin. So we're really working on that. We've talked to them about they want to put their name on our apron, so we're working at doing that. We have some other sponsors that are in the works that's going to kind of blow people's socks off, but we're still kind of pinning those deals.
Hell yeah.
So we've got that, but there's a lot of sponsorship opportunities too. I mean, people want to become a sponsor.
And we thinking about sponsors, guys. If you guys want to be a New South sponsor, get a hold of Anthony Presley on his Facebook page. Message him, and he'll, we'll figure out some sponsor deal with you. And talking about sponsors, Nice Guy Andy Podcast, we have a new sponsor called Bucks a Muck Catering, and Anthony turned those people on to us, and we appreciate you, Anthony. Thank you very much. And if you guys have a party, bar mitzvah, any kind of like get together. That y'all need some food, get a hold of the Bucks and Muck Catering. Her name's Christy. She will call you. We'll get her phone number here for you.
And we promise you won't be disappointed.
Her phone number is 859-866-8317. And guys, for all your internet gaming needs, Royal Lex for the gaming needs, Royal Lex. Check out their Facebook page. Tell them Nice Guy Indie Podcast sent you, and they'll give you $5 in free play. And tell them that that it's so much fun. Those guys have payouts every day. You play, you put it on, you play, you win, they will pay you out. So let them know. And then later on that night for late night gaming, Royal Dark stays open from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning, guys, for all your internet gaming needs. Tell them Nice Guy Indie Podcast sent you, and they'll hook you up on the Facebook over there. Check them out. Royal Dark Facebook page.
Yeah, and we also want to mention we've developed a partnership, too, with Toy Vomit. The toy headquarters over there in Lexington.
I'd love to get those guys on the podcast. Those guys know all about they know about all the wrestling toys. They know a lot about wrestling themselves.
Oh yeah, I talked to the owner in there the other night. I went in there and spent some money and talked to him, and he loves what we're doing.
Yeah.
And he said he's a huge supporter of what we're doing. So
and they bring in a lot of wrestlers for those conventions and stuff.
Yeah, and signings and things like that.
They really do.
Did they bring in Danhausen and Ethan Page here recently?
Yes. We were there.
Got an autograph.
Yeah,
For
we
the
got their
Pig
autograph.
Fest.
Yeah, and they opened their store back up, so it's open and it's way better than it was even before they shut it down. Because they shut it down for a while. Yeah, for a while they shut it down, remodeled, and they was doing online sales. Mm-hmm. But they've got that thing back up, and it's nice.
That's awesome. I'll have to go over there. I haven't been over there. Sean Johns has been over there, right?
I've been there at least once a week.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of autographed items too. Like they have a lot of autographed figures, and they have it, which I bought up 2 or 3 of them myself. Yeah. So they got autographed figures.
Andrew Browning on the line.
Yeah, and then we also still got to call Dustin Jackson, put him on the line.
Hey,
too.
Andrew, we got you. We got some time for you now. What do you want to? You want to say something to Anthony?
I didn't want to interrupt you, Andy, but I just want to say what's up, Anthony.
What's up, big guy? We've been missing you at the shows.
Yeah, I've been having basketball practice, so that's been kind of interrupting a little bit.
He had free time last Sunday, but his aunt and pizza was calling.
Oh, yeah.
You been dunking on people?
No, but we lost 5 points at the state tournament.
Damn it.
We were down 13. We were down 13-0. We still came back.
There you go. That shows character there.
Hell yeah.
Never give up.
I finally get to go to a show Sunday now.
Okay. Well, you're picking the right one to go to.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're picking the right show to go to. Did you hear that Jay Lethal's going to be there?
Yep. I've been watching his impression what he did with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a good one with Ric Flair, and he also did a real good one with Macho Man. A lot of people don't know that Macho Man gave him the blessing to do that.
Did.
Yeah, he tells that story that he had Macho Man's phone number for so long that, and then he finally ended up calling him and he gave him the okay about it.
Yeah. Well, it's
What's
kind
up,
of the
Sean?
same. Hey, what's up, dude? It's kind of the same thing with Flair. Like he was doing the Flair impersonations, and then Flair was in the locker room behind him.
Flair said,
he said, "I love it." And he said now everywhere Flair's with him, he pulls him over and says, "Hey, do me."
Yeah, I hear they're really good buddies now. Jay Lethal's kind of like trained him back into shape.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He works with him and trains him.
And guys, we cannot forget, we got another AEW superstar on the show this week, too. Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be taking on Dustin Jackson for that Upstart championship belt.
And Ari Alexander. I'm telling you, everybody on our show is top-notch talent. I mean, everybody. And Jay Lethal, you'll see that on the video. He even says that. He said, I looked at the roster and I looked at the lineup, and everybody on that show is top-notch.
Well, you got Zodi taking on Garrison Creed. You got Oliver Gunner taking on Marty Clay. I mean, come on. You got Misery taking on Clay Maggard, right? Kyle Maggard. He's gonna kick my ass when he heard.
Yeah, he's gonna kick your ass for forgetting Kyle Maggard's name.
I screwed up his name. He's gonna kick my ass.
As we said too, there's there is a subject to card changing, so that can happen from time to time. So, but as of right now, these people are locked in. They're ready to go.
Is that belt going to be on? The Kentucky belt going to be up?
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the culmination of Misery wanted to win the belt or wanted to wrestle Maggart for the belt months ago, but Maggart had 6 stipulations that he had to go through hoops and go through different wrestlers handpicked by him to be able to get a shot at him. Well, for the last 4 months, 5 months, he's been going through all those people. Misery hasn't lost in 4 or 5 months.
That's
so
right.
he's at a point now where I said it's time that he
on the champ.
He gets to take him on for the title.
Heck
And
yeah.
guess what?
Kyle Maggart can't hide anymore. So.
He came out.
That's right.
Misery came out the other night. What did
Yeah.
Yeah, he saved Berto.
Yeah,
he say? Berto. Okay.
that's right.
Berto's hippo.
That's right. He did.
Yeah, came out and saved Berto.
Berto's been really, really good.
Oh,
we
man,
love him.
he's
I gotta tell you,
he's such a good star, dude. He's such a good wrestler.
and
Like,
the fans love him.
yeah, the fans love
And
him.
you know what? He impressed me so much with how he is.
Yeah.
Just by his presence.
Oh yeah. Well, and the thing about Berto is, I didn't call Berto or nothing. Berto showed up to the wrestling show
No way.
the same way
Hey.
Carson Drake did. So
He
he
just
showed
came.
up
Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, I'm Berto. I wrestle, and I just came with Adrian. I just wanted to be able to just look at the show and if you're okay with that." I was like, "Yeah." So he looked and he said, "If you need my help with anything, just let me know. I'll be here to help you." And so I said, "You know what? That's pretty awesome." So I called him. I wrote him on Facebook, and then I called him. I said, "You want to work next week?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, for sure."
His presence in there in the crowd, the way the crowd reacts to him, he's just so over right now.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Well, that's one thing I've noticed with us too is that we've got wrestlers that have just showed up to watch because they want to be a part of seeing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Damian Sandow, when we was at the Ice Center, he showed up to
Okay.
watch us one of our shows.
Yeah.
And he
Hell
said he had
yeah.
heard a bunch of good stuff about us, and he was in town and wanted to stop by and see us.
You got some hell of a wrestlers down there. Even the guys that you don't know, like Corey.
Yeah, Corey Sparks.
Corey Sparks, and a lot of guys that are just coming up, stars, and Corey
a
Sparks
country
is
gentleman.
that match between him and Marty Clay, Corey Sparks, and who else was it?
Yeah, Kobe Kane.
Kobe Kane. That was a hell of a match.
Yeah.
that was such an entertaining match, and Marty Clay went over on that match, but he won that
Hey,
match.
Corey Sparks impressed me.
Corey Sparks did impress
Well,
us.
and Kobe Kane, he was trained by Roger Ruffin. So that all of those guys from Roger Ruffin School is just awesome.
Okay, yeah, everything, and
I'll
Well,
tell you guys, New South Wrestling's where it's at.
do we have to call Dustin, or
Yeah, I guess we got to call him.
Because
do you know his?
I don't,
Oh,
but
Andrew got.
I think that he
I was
does.
gonna say bye to Dustin, but
Bye, Andrew. We love
Bye,
you, man.
Jeff.
We love you, Andrew. We'll see you on
there
Sunday.
Hey,
I'm
I'm glad that
get
they
you.
come.
Let me know, brother. I'll do it.
Looks like we got Reese Ramon watching. How you doing, Reese?
Reese
Hell yeah, Reese Ramon. I love Reese
She's
Ramon.
part of Scott Diamond and
Diamond Cartel.
That's right. That's
Diamond
it.
Cartel.
We'll be seeing Reese Ramon back in a New South ring real soon.
Hell yeah. Hey, her and Troy Parker, Scott Diamond could have picked a better team to have as part of Diamond Cartel.
Yeah, and he's also got Adrian Alexander in his
Yep.
group. So
Hey, Alexander, when you got that man inside your group, that's
He's
money.
our Nice Candy Podcast champion.
yeah,
Yeah.
he is. That's
He got
right.
moved.
And I gotta tell you, I don't
Calling
see him
Dustin.
as a cheater. I think they
Okay,
win by
John.
fair and square.
Danny, you kiss ass.
Adrian, you said.
Yep,
Oh yeah, he wanted us to talk to you about those snakes.
Yep, about the
Who
snakes.
did? And
Adrian, yeah, he says he wants those snakes
He
banned
said-
from
he said-
ringside.
He said, you guys are afraid.
He says it's not fair. They're not wrestlers. They don't need to be in the ring.
Yeah,
Those-
well, he'll just have to. The snakes have been in wrestling for years.
Exactly. I'll be taking up with Jack the Snake.
Hey, we just wanted to let you know what Adrian's.
Hey, you've reached Dustin Jackson. I can't make it to the phone right now, but if you would, please leave me a message.
Oh,
and I will get back to
Justin,
you as soon as I
Dustin's
can.
big
Thank you,
time
and
in
have
us.
a blessed day.
Hey, he is.
Hey, Dustin, if you're watching, I called you, man. Call us back.
I mean, I thought that I made it clear that.
Man, he's the
be a
champ.
studio.
He's got things to do. He's out
Yeah.
promoting the place out there. He's out wrestling and training, and he's
But-
got a big match like Sunday. You know.
But think about this. He could be promoting that right here in studio with
Yeah,
the
but
boss
he's
himself.
he's probably in the ring. Like running the ropes, and
He's
got-
probably exercising.
He probably in Planet Fitness working out.
He's probably also getting up, taking another selfie pic of it.
Dustin's a heck of a talent.
Yes.
Let's shout out Jay Ritchie too. Okay? Jay Ritchie comes in there.
No doubt about
Great
that.
job
He's
with the
another one of
lighting.
our sponsors. Yeah, Livewire Entertainment.
Livewire Entertainment
and
guys.
then Prep
Him
Spin.
and James Colby do a great job with the lighting crew.
And then your camera guy,
Brandon
Brandon Ramey.
Brandon Ramey.
Valor.
Brandon Valor, he's a wrestler too, and I think he's getting his
Yep.
Kentucky
He's
wrestling
working on
license.
it. I think he's got to get his.
Such a cool guy, man.
Hey, he's also great at technical stuff, and he likes comic books.
Yeah, he's done a wonderful job with us on filming and everything. Well, looks, guys, y'all better get your tickets because, I mean, looks like my phone is blowing up. People are buying
shit.
tickets on the website.
This place is going to be sold out, guys. Y'all aren't going to be able to get tickets.
Y'all better get you some tickets now. Go ahead and order them.
Hey, we were right.
NewSouthWrestling.com.
Jonathan Barnes, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Jonathan Barnes? Great guy. Great
NewSouthWrestling.com, guys. Get your tickets.
If you can't get them there, you'll be able to buy them at the door. But I'm telling you, man, it's $15 a ticket. We have a family 4-pack where you save $10, so you get 4 people for $50. Yeah, I mean, come on out.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing to
selling
do
out
right
like
there.
hotcakes right
I tell you what, about 3 weeks ago, we had a fan that drove down from the very top of Ohio and drove down and watched the show. And he called his friends and was like, this is one of the best wrestling shows I've been to in a long time. And so this last week, he came back and he had like 7 people with him.
Wow.
He said, I brought my buddies. I'm telling you, this is awesome.
That's
But
cool.
they drive. I mean, they drive like 2-3 hours to get down here to watch the show every Sunday night.
Hey, guys,
From the
I would-
top part of Ohio. You got no excuse not to come from Lexington.
Don't tell Anthony I told you this, but if you got 4 buddies, man, put a wig on your buddy and get that family 4-pack.
What the fuck?
You don't need the wig if you just have 4 people and you tell
I thought you had to have a wife and kids.
No, you just tell
Anthony's right here.
you just tell the lady at the door and say, yeah, I don't drink.
No,
So,
I think the plan's better to make your buddy wear a wig.
you just tell the lady at the door, I want the family 4-pack, and she'll set you right up for that.
There you
Hey,
go.
I'm telling you guys, we told you the tickets are selling like hotcakes. Y'all better start getting
And
y'all
they
tickets.
haven't even gone on sale yet.
What are they? $15?
Yeah, $15 a seat
Oh,
or the
they're on-
family 4-pack.
They're on sale.
They're on sale. They're selling right now.
Oh,
yeah.
They're selling right now, guys.
They're selling like hotcakes, I'm telling you.
There's only like 200 and some seats down there, guys.
250 is what we can get in the building.
Yeah,
That's right.
250 people down there, guys. We get your tickets now.
Yeah, you better, because I'm telling you,
That's right.
once they're gone for
gone.
good.
Even if you're not sure you're going to be able to get there, man, make sure you go ahead and buy your ticket.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't want to miss it, and it's going to be not very many times that you're going to get to see and meet Jay Lethal.
They're going to have
Exactly.
2 AEW superstars there. Brian
Plus-
Pillman Jr. and Jay Lethal are going to be there.
And
Yeah.
plus, we got Ari Alexander.
Not to
We got
mention, we've got a lot of
Apple
future stars here too. I mean, all these people that work for us, they're all top-notch talent, and they're all being booked all across the country, and then like Katina, being booked in other countries.
Yes.
So these guys are going to be going to national products and worldwide products real soon. So catch them here while you can now.
Heck yeah.
Exactly.
You know, there's guys.
Unknown caller.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That's
That's
Dustin.
him.
The champ is on the line.
The champion is on the line. What's up, champ?
Hey, what's up? I'm on the line.
Yeah, you're on the
line.
Awesome live.
Nice guy.
What's up, guys?
We're live on YouTube and Facebook right now. Anthony Presley's here. We got Sean John's the Wrestling Encyclopedia. We got Superfly Johnny Lee,
That's right. That's right.
and now we have the champ
Yeah.
Dustin Jackson,
The double champ.
the double
Damn
champ.
straight he is.
Yeah.
Double champ. Man, that's some
Champ.
huge news. Yeah, dude, a lot of big news tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. The big news, you're wrestling against Brian Pillman Jr. How about that?
Damn straight.
Man, dude, I've had a lot of tough opponents at New South Wrestling, but this is probably going to be my toughest one yet. I haven't left the gym. I've been in the gym 9 days straight. I've been training hard, really meditating, watching a lot of tape, doing the things that I have to do for this match, man. This is a big match. There's a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah, last week Brian Pillman Jr. came in there and took on Garrison Creed and won that match, and he's looking for your belt, man. What do you think about that?
He's going to have to fight hard to get it. I've noticed that Brian Pillman likes to hit hard. He's a very, very hard-hitting wrestler. But so am I. I take pride on being a hard hitting wrestler.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he.
you know, I think
And one thing I didn't notice with Brian Pillman Jr. is he don't have any gold, and you got 2 belts.
yeah, I got 2 belts. I've proven myself, and you know, I don't think Brian Pillman has proved himself enough to show that he's capable enough to beat me.
Well,
Maybe that's just me being a little bit biased, but you know.
Well, you know, Dustin, he pulled me aside after last week's show, and he asked for you specifically.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did. He said he wanted to wrestle Dustin Jackson.
Wow, he
Yeah.
was watching your match, and you didn't even know it, dude. You've been checking your belt out.
That's high
Yeah, you know,
praise.
and honestly, you know, I take that as an honor. A lot of people don't know me and Brian. We actually started training together in 2017 in Rips class. So me and Brian go way back. You know, I got nothing but respect for him. But you know, Sunday I'm going to have to knock his head off.
Yeah,
Because you know, when it comes to those championships, Tony, you know, I take great pride in holding those championships.
Yeah, I know you
No,
do.
they mean-
You take great pride in being our champion, and you've proven that time and time again. You proved it a few weeks ago, and so we definitely are happy to have you as a champion.
So for all our fans that don't actually know you, Dustin, that haven't been down to New South Wrestling, tell us a little bit of your background. Tell us where you studied to be a wrestler, and tell us how long you've been wrestling.
I started wrestling back in 2016. I joined the Matt Capitelli's class. It was at OVW at the time. Matt Capitelli, he's actually since passed away from brain cancer. He was on the 2004 Tough Enough.
Rest in
So
peace.
that's where I got my start. Yeah, rest in peace, Matt, man. He was a great guy. He loved God. You know, I love Matt a lot. And then I went on and I started training with Rip Rogers. As you guys know, Rip Rogers, he's one of the greatest minds in the business.
That's right.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest minds in the business. He taught me everything that I know when it comes to wrestling. I got nothing but respect for him. And then I went on from there and I trained with Al Snow, kind of a controversial figure right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, I trained with Al Snow and learned a lot of great stuff from him. And all that stuff has brought me to New South and a lot of the stuff that I got going on right now.
You know, Al Stowe's a wrestling legend, so we don't have any like bad will towards him. We actually love him as a wrestler. So
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome, and he taught me really how to work TV. I would say that's what he taught me. He taught me how to work TV and wrestle on TV, and he taught me a lot of great things. And I got nothing but respect for him.
we're down there at New South Wrestling, and every time we watch you closely, and we're so impressed with how you are definitely the champ. You definitely
Man gets it.
Yeah, you get the wrestling thing, and you're a hell of a worker, and we love watching your matches.
Yeah, you know, I really try to take pride. You know, every time I get into the ring, you know, I feel like wrestling is a part of me, and I feel like, you know, I always just try to, you know, give it everything I have, give the fans everything that I have. You know, I wanted to be a wrestler since I was 10 years old, so you know, I love it so much. I take so much pride in it. So you know, I'm kind of perfectionist.
It definitely shows. It definitely shows in the ring. Like the fans love you. So
It really does.
Yeah, and I love the fans, dude. The fans are awesome. Without the fans, I wouldn't even be on this podcast right now. I wouldn't be the double champ. I wouldn't be doing any of the things that I'm doing. You know, a lot of people, a lot of the wrestlers, they want to talk trash about the fans, say they don't got time for the fans. Well, me, I got time for the fans. I love the fans. They're the reason why I am who I am.
Yeah, and
nothing but respect.
And talking about being the double champ. Talking about being the double champ, you had a big task ahead of you when you got that X Division championship belt. You took it off Facade, and that definitely wasn't that was a big deal for us. We like, dang, you know,
and that was a triple threat match.
Yeah, that was a triple threat match.
Yeah, and see, that one was kind of a tough one to prepare for because, you know, you got Facade. He's kind of like a frog. You never know where he's going to be. He can hit you with anything, anywhere. So you really got to be on your toes. But then when you turn like around, you got Swayze looking to do any cheap thing he can to take advantage of you. So, you know, that was a really hard match to prepare for. And I'm so glad that, you know, I got the win. You know, you guys know how it is. Facade.
That's right.
And then you took on Rex. Didn't you take on Rex?
No,
Yeah, he did take on Rex.
That was back. Yeah, that was back in the back last year. I think in April, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, that was, I think, at the Ice Center.
Yeah, you beat him too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But it took a lot. Rex beat me up for about 15 minutes in that
He is
match.
so big. Guys, if y'all haven't seen Rex, Rex is huge.
And he's a
Huge
big
guy.
guy.
Yeah, yes.
He's about 6'8". He's about 6'8". I don't even know. Maybe about 400 pounds.
And 6'8" wide.
Dustin has been with us
Yeah.
for almost a year, and Dustin he's undefeated with us. He hasn't lost a match in New South Wrestling.
That is true.
Look, he's collecting gold.
And fun fact.
I know there's
Lawrenceburg
something-
gold.
Fun fact.
I mean, look, speaking of the Lawrenceburg Gold, I know you guys saw what happened last week.
Yes.
Yes.
Troy Parker took the title. I was attacked after the match. I don't
He's
know
a thief.
what. Listen, hey, I don't know what repercussions are going to happen for that, but that was totally uncalled for.
You know what? You don't have to worry about that, Dustin, because when I gave you that belt, I told you that that's a temporary belt until the new belt came. Well, the new belt has arrived, and you will be getting that new belt presented to you on this show this week.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow, dude, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so I guess it's going to be my job to try to get that belt back from Troy Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to hate
yeah.
hard, Joe.
Send Misery after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Misery will do a good job.
Say sick him.
Well, Troy is not on this show. He told me he was taking that belt and defending it somewhere else. So he's taking that title and defending it somewhere. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a discussion with him, I guess.
That's unsanctioned.
Yeah,
He sees the thing because he took the belt. They somehow the New South Upstart champion.
That's
Yeah,
unsanctioned. We're gonna have to fine him somehow.
Well, when I called him and
Yeah.
he told me, he said, "I'm the true champ, and
Oh.
I'm gonna go defend the
Yeah.
belt." So
But
Hey.
he never won it via
Hey,
pinfall or submission.
if Troy Parker is watching this or listening to this, just know Troy Parker, you got to ask. You can come in your way.
Oh wow.
oh wow,
Troy Parker.
looks like we got some more grudge matching going on.
You made this. He made this personal. I didn't do this. Listen, Tony, you know what type of guy I am. I'm a nice guy. I don't try to find problems with anybody. He's the guy who stuck me after the match. He's the guy who hit me below the belt. Like he's the guy who did it. He tried to kill me. He put a bag over my face.
Yeah, he tried to suffocate you. Yes, that's
and
right.
and he has Scott Diamond in his corner too, so that's even more
Scott gave him the bag.
Yeah, I know it's dangerous to have Scott Diamond in his corner.
I knew there was always something fishy about Scott.
Scott's dangerous. You got to watch
He's
him.
very dangerous. You
He's
do
a
that
smart
about
man,
Scott.
though.
He always has something up his sleeve.
He don't like
Hey,
snakes,
and
but
listen,
He don't like snakes, but he's a snake.
he's a snake. He's very snaky.
He is a snake, but I wouldn't mind kicking his ass either.
Well,
The opportunity may arise and present itself. You never know.
Oh,
Scott
yeah.
Diamond will be in the building, but Troy Parker won't.
That's true.
Yeah. I'll kick both of their asses at the same time if I have to.
well, just make sure that we concentrate on Brian Pillman Jr. this Sunday.
That's true. That's true. I don't. Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah,
don't
we'll,
wanna-
we'll get
don't wanna
Troy
too carried
Parker.
away.
We'll get Troy Parker after that.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I got a big match coming up.
Yeah, that's a big opponent. Yeah, and he asked for
Yeah,
you
that's a big
specifically.
opponent.
So no
Yeah.
doubt about that. That's pretty cool when an AEW star and a second generation wrestler asks for you specifically.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I mean, it's an honor. I mean, it's an honor, and it's going to be a challenge of a lifetime. Going up there against Brian Pillman.
That's not going to be an easy task. Like I said, he took on Garrison Creed last week and beat him. And Garrison's
And
a
Garrison
huge
Creed
guy.
hit him with, and he hit him with everything he had. I mean, when Garrison Creed hit him with that power bomb, I'm not going to lie, I thought the match was over. But
Yeah,
Brian
me too.
Pillman, he has a lot of heart, he has a lot of fight, and he
He's a
kicked
great
out.
guy.
So yeah, it shows what type of competitor I have, to go up against, and I definitely got to be prepared.
I tell you what, Dustin has been on a roll this year. I mean, he's on fire right now. Like, just think of some of the matches that he's been in.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's
Him,
beat some.
him and Anthony Katina went to battle. And then Katina after that went overseas and battled, and now Katina's. What about that? So that was such a big match and such a good match that they were neck and neck, and it was just back and forth, and Dustin come out on top, and then all of a sudden he goes overseas, he comes back, Dustin gets Pillman on this show, and Katina gets Jay Lethal on this show.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna be great.
So what
You guys
I mean,
both
that's
put
crazy.
each other. You'll put each other over. on that
That's
match.
huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. I mean, having Jay Lethal in the building.
Yeah,
that is
so
going to be massive.
Yeah, he's a huge star, man, and everybody loves him. He's just loved by everybody.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, and what a way for Anthony Katina to challenge himself. I mean, what a challenge, you know. I mean, Jay Lethal, he's done everything.
Yeah,
He's done everything. So what a challenge, you know. This is really a chance for Anthony Katina to really put himself on the map, like, on a worldwide scale, in my opinion.
And you know, the reason I made that match is because of the match that he had with you, and that's y'all was such a good banger of a match. And then when he left and went overseas and he come back, I said, you know what? There's nobody else better to wrestle, Jay Lethal than you.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
And, you
Dustin
know,
Jackson,
and-
but
and-
he's already got Brian Pillman, so
Yeah,
Yeah, and you know, as much respect, and you know, as much as I don't like the way Anthony Katina handles himself sometimes, you know, I gotta say, you know, like I'm really happy for him that he's getting this opportunity.
well, and that's what New South Wrestling is all about. That's what me and Zodi was talking about the other night till 1 a.m. is that I'm all about the opportunity for the wrestlers. I talked to Marquez the other day, who's doing Derby City Wrestling down in Louisville,
Yep.
which, by the way, so everybody that follows New South Wrestling, we do our shows every Sunday night. Well, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we're going to actually change to a Saturday night.
Okay.
That's the 25th. We'll do a Saturday night that week because we are going to support Derby City Wrestling in Louisville. That those guys, Louisville deserves a good wrestling, and we're going to go support Marquez. And I called him and told him we're all about supporting them.
You going up there?
Yeah, we're going to go.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our show on Saturday night, and then we're going to allow everybody everybody go down and support Marquez and their TV taping they'll be on TV in the Louisville and Lexington and in so area every week.
Okay.
So they're taping once a month on a Sunday. So I told him we're going to support him in that. And so that's what me and him talked about too. And then he put a post on later about it and asking why do people promote. And that's kind of what we talked about is that I promote because I want to help the wrestlers get better opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want these guys to just stay at New South Wrestling and be here forever.
Yeah.
I want to put them in opportunities and in great matches that they can be seen and they can wrestle good talent, and that talent can go back and tell someone about them. Kind of what happened with the Tate twins.
Yeah.
We put them in the right opportunity, and they went and got an opportunity for it. So that's what we want to do. Is my goal is not to hold on to people and make me benefit from them. My goal is to put them in spots and opportunities. And Dustin will tell you, I told Dustin, I had to talk with him in the locker room. I said, I want you to bet on yourself. Don't just wrestle for New South.
Yeah.
I want you to go take as many bookings as you possibly can.
You want.
And I want you to go be seen. And that's how you're going to make it. Is you're going to meet people.
Yeah.
You're going to wrestle different styles. You're going to wrestle for different people. You're going to meet people in the locker room you might not normally have met. And you never know who you're in the locker room with that's going to get you your break.
Facts.
Exactly.
So you have to, you have to, everywhere you go, you have to present yourself as a professional. You have to be so over the top professional that people say, I want to work with that guy. Or they'll call somebody and say, you need to use this guy. I have talked to John Bullard up at Chicagoland. We're partners.
Oh, Bullard's calling this show a couple times, and he's
Great
awesome.
guy.
He's a great guy, and me and him have talked about swapping talent. So I've already talked to him about Troy Parker. I've talked to him about Zodi. I've talked to him about a whole Dustin Jackson, a whole list of guys that's going to go up and get opportunities there, and he's going to send guys down here.
Heck yeah.
We're all about doing that.
Yeah.
We want Marquez to take guys and use them. My goal is to see everybody that's come through New South get signed.
That's how I feel too.
My goal is I opened this company for the fans to have a great experience and a good place to go watch wrestling, and I also opened it for the boys to get more opportunities.
And that's exactly what we do at the podcast. You know, we bring in stars and we bring in wrestlers that, you know, and we give them 2 hours to talk about themselves. We give them 2 hours to put themselves on. It's a 2-hour commercial, guys. You'll come to the podcast. Y'all can come over here and we'll put you over for 2 hours. The Nice Guy Andy podcast. So we are all about wrestling too. We're all about you getting seen. You're going to be on YouTube. If you come in here and sit down with us for a couple hours, you'll be on YouTube. And you know, it's what you put into it.
And I'll promote anyone's event to make sure that all wrestlers are being able to eat.
We love all wrestling. You know, we're going to try to go down to Caverna and Saturday night, the Super Show.
UCW Ultimate Championship.
UCW wrestling down in Western Kentucky,
Cave City.
Yeah, we're 100%. Like I've went to FTC and supported them. I mean, I went to KPW when they were here. I used to go down to OVW and support them for over a year. So I'm all about supporting all promotions if they're wanting to work together.
That's right. And Refs Johnson.
I think that this is 100% about the wrestlers. And people ask me all the time, why did you do shows on Sunday? That's a little different. The reason I did shows on Sunday was to give the wrestlers, the boys, another opportunity to work that they may not have worked before. So that's the whole reason why we did it. It was to give I was 100% thinking about the boys and thinking about the fans.
Yeah.
So that's why we did it, and I'm 100% about that. I want to see the wrestlers make it. There's been many times that, and the people who have made it will call and tell you that they've called me and said, "Hey, I have an opportunity. I'm booked on your show," and it'd be 3 days. It happened with the Tate twins. Yeah. 3 days before, and I say, "Go."
I think it happened to Lord Crew too.
Lord Crew as well. It happened with Matt Vine.
Yeah.
I said, "Go take." Matt Vine called and said, "Hey, look, I've got an opportunity with Reality of Wrestling for Booker T." I said, "Take it. Go do that job. Go do it. That's what you're in this business to do. I'll make a replacement. My job is to get you where you want to go."
Heck yeah.
And that's what I want to do. I don't want to hold you here for 20 years one place.
You're like the Calipari of indie wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, and my whole goal is just to see these guys make.
Your back with the microphone.
Yeah, I can't reach it.
And the thing about it is just like I told Dustin, I've told a number of them, was bet on yourself and go get bookings everywhere. I'm not going to be the guy who says, you're in my area.
No, you can't go wrestle nowhere else.
You're in my area. If you go somewhere else, then I won't use you here. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to do that.
Take this $30 and stay with me.
Matter of fact, I've had a number of wrestlers who have called me and told me that they've got more bookings by being on our show than they have lost bookings.
Yeah.
Because more people want to use them. And we work with people like if someone is doing an angle or story or something somewhere else, we won't. We'll use that here.
Yeah.
Like Crix's his eye was blind. We did that here.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna try to crap on what you're doing.
Yeah.
We're gonna help you.
Yeah.
Because the whole goal about all of this is to help everybody.
I know for sure that Anthony Presley likes to help people. He came into our podcast. We had a belt sitting on our table. He said, "We're gonna put a champion with that belt," and that's what he did. Now we've had 2 Nice Guy Andy podcast champions now.
Zodiac and Adrian Alexander, respectively.
And Zodiac, Adrian Alexander is our champion right now,
and he right now defends that title with gusto.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it's all about. And I've told our champions, if a promotion, because I've had some write me and go, or call me and write me and say, "Hey, can we defend your belt on this other promotion?" Yes. Yeah. If the promotion will let you defend it, defend it.
Yeah.
That's why you get to take them home. That's why you keep them, is defend them anywhere that they'll let you.
And you would probably do the same thing. Like, you let them bring their belt.
No doubt. Yeah. I said, if you want to, Zodi's asked, he said, "Can I bring one of my belts out?" The NWA brought their titles out and defended them on our
those
show.
belts. Did you see those belts?
They're heavy, too.
Oh, my God. I was so in love with those belts.
And they're heavy.
Sean didn't get to see them, or he would have probably nutted in his pants or something. Because
he would have.
Like, man, those belts. Dude, you would have fainted, dude, if you would have seen that belt.
Hey, those belts were so gorgeous.
He's got like tons of belts.
I got
Like if you'd have seen that belt, dude, those belts are, I don't know how much those cost, but it made my belts look like trash.
I've got 22 belts.
Do you got any that
Yeah,
look like
the only
that?
difference is I held every one of them.
Do you have any that look like that belt?
No, nothing like that. Now I do have every one of my NWA titles that I won. I bought from the promotion when I won them, and then they replaced them. So all of those belts, every single one of those were the actual belts that I held.
Yeah.
The other belts I had.
Why don't you like put a case up down there and like
Well, I have a case at my house in my man cave. It's a one whole wall.
present them over at the arena, man?
Yeah, well, maybe. I kind of like them in my man
Oh,
cave.
you like them at your house?
Yeah, he likes them inside the main cave.
But every one of those NWA.
I want to see them.
Every one of those NWA belts I kept, and I own those. I bought them, the ones I actually carried, and then the other belts that I've won in my career, I had remade.
Yeah.
So all of those, every belt that I've ever carried,
That's awesome.
I have.
That's
So-
awesome.
And I did that just so if something ever happens to me, my kids would have that.
Hey, Dustin, I know you're still on there, and I don't want to keep you too long, but you got anything else you want to say, man? Or are you cool with sitting on there? Or you got something you want to say? You got something to do?
Hey, no, dude. Thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it. It was awesome, to come in and talk to you guys.
Hey, I'd love to get you in the studio.
Yes.
It may.
Yeah,
be,
dude, I would love to come into the studio. I think it was just maybe like a communication mistake. Or
No,
something.
it's
Yes.
cool. I mean, it's a little drive for you, but it's well worth it. You come in here, and everybody seems to have a great time when they come
Yeah,
in here.
dude, you guys are awesome. Yeah, dude, you guys are awesome. You really are a nice guy, Andy.
Well, thank you very
it
much.
Was a it was a miscommunication because Johnny got his ass whipped by Fandito, and his mind wasn't working too
Radio
good.
is trash.
His mind,
But really, what happened is there was this girl that was talking to Johnny Lee, and then when women are around, his brain goes wild.
Radio beat my
Johnny, you
ass,
can't handle
Andy.
the woman, man.
Yeah.
You can't handle the woman.
do that.
he's a ladies' man. He's always got a couple on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, Johnny Lee's the man.
Oh man, I got to do more studying into this Johnny Lee guy.
Yeah.
Super. His name is.
Appreciate you, brother.
His name ain't Superfly for no reason.
Hey, little known fact, you and me actually met before I was on the podcast, is when you were
Oh,
part
really?
of Fanny Pack Kids.
The
The fanny pack party, yeah.
Yep.
Fanny pack party, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, okay. Oh, yeah, you used to come down. Okay, wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, you can't miss Johnny because he's the flashiest guy in the room. He's got
right.
he looks like like a disco ball walking around.
He's also gentleman Jim Chadwick inspired.
Hey, watch out! He'll show you his duck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
No.
loves his duck.
Give him my duck.
Yeah.
I'm not touching your dad.
Hey, no, I could see he was a little flashy when I met him at the New South show.
Yeah.
I could kind of,
Character.
Yeah,
he was a little
Oh,
flashy kid.
he's
This is
choking
my
that duck.
right here.
Watch that duck. He likes to shine that duck.
I do like to shine the duck.
He loves polishing his duck.
Yeah. But hey, we're happy to have you a part of New South Wrestling, Dustin. You're a great ambassador for us, and
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here.
You're a star, Dustin. You're a
It
star.
really is.
And I want to see you. I want to see you booked on all kinds of shows all the way across the country. I want you to get your name out there. I don't want you to just be with New South. I want you to go and represent us, but I want you to be everywhere. I want to see you get signed and be on AEW, WWE, one of those shows one day. And I believe you can do it.
That's the dream, man, and that's what we're working towards. And I believe, it's going to be a big year.
Well, the handcuffs are off, and you're out of the cage, and so it's up to you now to fly and go do it.
I hope someday to look on that TV and say, "Hey, that guy was in the studio."
That's right.
Damn
No. You don't have to hope. It's going to happen. You just wait and see.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you just wait
Awesome.
and see.
So I'm gonna have to
Hey,
get
man,
you in the
good.
studio pretty soon. So
That's
because
right.
you're a rising star, you might be over there tomorrow.
Hey, you know what?
Right.
This Sunday, you never know. You and Katina both might impress a couple AEW guys, and you never know where that might go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you never know. You never know, man. Anything's possible in the wrestling world. That's what I've always heard.
It is.
Yeah.
And where else can you find people that get brought together than professional wrestling?
Yeah.
Professional wrestling,
Hey, well-
man, is so cool. Like the whole community of everybody coming together and everybody being like just cool with each other. It's just great,
It is. It's like a family. We're all family here.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, a lot of us guys after the show hug each other, tell them we love them, and we really genuinely do. I mean, we want to see the best for them. We care about them, and that's what it's all about. You know, what we do is something that could really hurt you, it could kill you, and when you're in that kind of environment, you're putting another person's life in your hands, and there's a special bond you get with those people.
You gotta have a lot of trust.
No, You couldn't have said it better. You could not have said that better for sure.
Diego's calling.
Let Diego let go my ego.
All right, well, we love you, Dustin, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Yes,
Yeah, well, I love you guys too, and thank you guys for having me on. And I hope that we have a huge crowd on Sunday. So everybody come out, watch the show, enjoy the show, and thank you guys again.
Thank you. Hey, we'll be. We like Brian Pillman Jr., but we're going to be pulling for you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, right. I really appreciate that for sure.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Guys, that was Dustin Jackson, the New South Upstart champion and the X-Division champion.
He's a double champ.
Yeah, no doubt. I wonder if Diego is with Fandito getting drunk somewhere and they just decided to call in.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Probably.
I wonder.
I mean, they're both.
You know
friends.
what? I wonder if Diego is Fandito.
Ooh.
What if that is
We've
it?
never seen Fandito and Diego in the same room.
That's true.
We've never seen
Maybe Diego's kicking my ass.
Diego and an Ego in the same room.
Well, now that gives me something to think about. Maybe it's him. Been kicking my ass the whole time.
Told you. Everybody got beat
Thought it was your brother.
I mean,
Exactly.
Anthony Presley just gave me an idea.
Diego, how are you doing?
Hola, amigo.
Diego, I gotta ask you now. I just want to know. I mean, inquiring minds want to know.
You're talking to Anthony Presley of New South Wrestling.
That's right. And inquiring minds want to know: are you actually Fandito?
Are you Fandito, my brother?
No, I would never be Fandito. But I can tell you that the old Diego is back and with a new attitude. If one of you guys look on your phone, Mr. Superfly Johnny, or whatever they call you,
Okay, dork.
you will see my new look. And I'm
Okay.
back and better than ever.
So, are you going to be getting some new training soon?
I will be getting new training
That's his new
soon.
look.
Heck yeah! Are you going to be back dancing again?
That will be very soon after I'm done training, because I need to get my wrestling psychology down now first.
Yeah.
And then once I get that down, just like Scott Diamond said, I'm going to go far with this.
Hey, Diego.
And hola to my brother, Anthony.
Okay, Diego, take a minute. Okay, we have Anthony Presley here. He's got over 20, 30 years in wrestling. He's gonna give you some advice here. So listen to him.
I'm just going to tell you now. The main thing you got to always remember is that tequila will make your clothes fall off. So. No, just keep your head into the game, man. Keep pressing along and trying to learn, and always be willing to listen. And there's people always around that's willing to give you some education and tell you. One thing I always learned is you find a vet wherever you go. You find you a veteran, and you sit and listen to him and take in what he's telling you.
Pick his brain.
And pick his brain and just listen to what he's telling you, and don't talk so much, but just listen and let that all soak in. And there's a lot of knowledge that comes from there. And one thing I will always tell you is that less is always more.
That's right.
Always more. A lot of guys get too quick and fast and want to do so many different things, but if you can't tell the story of what you're trying to do, then the fans don't understand what you're doing. So definitely, listen to the veterans and the people that's been in it, and take your time to understand what they're trying to tell you.
Great advice.
How old are you, Diego? How old are you, Diego?
I am 25.
25 years old. So you got plenty of time to learn this wrestling craft. And
Oh yeah.
go to some of the shows and be humble and ask if they need any help.
Like
Put up
this
the
Sunday.
ring. Help them put up the ring. Help them set up chairs. Do.
And you know what? And you know what? You're right. Because I remember when I first started with Scott Diamond, the first lesson he always told me to do, the first lesson in wrestling, is to pay my dues.
That's right.
Well,
And
go ahead.
and with that it shows the locker room that I have more respect. I introduce myself and shake hands with everybody.
Yeah,
Because like they always say, respect isn't given, it is earned.
that's right.
So Diego, I've seen you dance as Elvis. I've seen you dance as Michael Jackson. You definitely have ability to entertain. Lean into that.
Yeah, for sure. Because the entertainment part of it, you definitely have the charisma part of it. You definitely have. You just got to be able to learn how to do the moves and how to put together matches. You got to understand all that stuff, and that takes time. It's what I talked to Alexis about a few weeks ago. Just told her, always try to learn and always try to grow. I told her you have in spades. You have charisma. You have personality. You have all of that stuff. I said, but the wrestling, she has the wrestling part too. But
she does.
I said, but
she's getting so much better.
The wrestling, it takes time. And every time you get in the ring, you learn something. It takes reps to get really good at it and get second nature at it. And I just told her, just take those opportunities, take bookings everywhere you can go. You just get better the more that you go and the more that you do. And you get better when you bet on yourself and don't just stay one place, go multiple places and believe in yourself. And when you do that, you actually get better.
Yeah.
And always keep your ears open.
And, if you get a chance to go down there to Legends Wrestling Academy down there, I think they're very reasonable, priced. Get your ass down there.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Larry. Talk to Max. Anthony Presley has a school, but his is a little bit more pricier. If you got the money, go and get Jordan Cage to train you. And what was you saying, Sean?
Said Larry D's got a special thing this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 2 days.
Legends Camp.
Legends Fantasy Camp.
Yeah.
Camp.
So the Legends Camp down there, I think it's like $25 a day, I think.
Chris Blade's going to it.
Yeah, Chris Blade said $25 and go down there and talk to Max, talk to Larry, get you some training down there.
And we've been talking about it. We're probably going to get Rip Rogers to come in and do a seminar or two. So a lot of opportunities out around the Kentucky area. So you can go a lot of places. If you want to drive a little bit, Joe Pace has a great school up there in Ironton, Ohio, and Ashland area.
Yeah.
You've got West Virginia. Shoot, you can't get much better than Chance Profit.
Damn straight.
Troy Parker.
Well, Chance Profit's not always he's not only wrestling for you, but his nurse, your female,
Nurse
Micah. Yeah,
Nurse Micah is one of his students.
Yeah, and she's not on this show because she's defending our belt in another company. So
okay.
So yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, there's
such a good wrestler. She's such a good wrestler.
She really is.
And beautiful.
Yeah, she is that too. So, but yeah, it's all about just really giving a place for these guys to come work and give these guys a place to entertain the fans. And we love the fans. All the fans have come up to us and said, every show is getting better and better and better. And they was like, this is unbelievable. Like, we didn't think you could top the last show, but then this show is better than that show.
Talking about Alexis again, she has improved so much since she's been down there with you.
Yeah,
and she loves it. She said, I love being here. She said, I'm growing and I love it. And I love the atmosphere. Yeah. And she was like, I'm just so honored. She's
a heel, but she gets so over with the fans too. Like everybody loves her.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She's got charisma. She plays the crowd great.
She's smart. She's a graduate from UK. They just did a news story on her about that. So
I saw that.
Well, I can tell you. I have two friends who are actually helping me out. One of the name is Skylar Douglas and Levi Motionless. Levi Motionless, he actually is probably going to get me booked in a show in Indianapolis. I don't know what it's about. But he also said in April, Fandango is doing a seminar, which I really plan on joining in. Because, like you said, listen to the vets. And, you know, with me getting the entertainment part down, I got that down. But if I take the time where I learned the dances, I can take the time to get to that ring.
Exactly,
and
dude.
learn
I
what
think
needs
you
to be
have,
learned.
like, if you do all those dances and you practice like, you know, you looked at Elvis and you did all of Elvis's stuff. Michael Jackson, you did all of his stuff. You can look at a wrestler and be like, do his stuff and do a little bit of that stuff and add it all together and bam, you got it.
And the biggest thing is believing in yourself. So, you know, I mean, that's what I've done my whole life. People, when I was little, growing up, they'd say, "Oh, you're from this area. You're never going to be anything," or your parents wasn't nothing. You ain't gonna be nothing. And I just proved people wrong my whole life. So
Yeah.
That's right.
I use it as fuel.
And I'm right there behind you.
Yeah, and that's what I've used it as fuel. I have some family members who are the totally opposite.
Yeah.
They listen to that and they use it as a crutch. Well, I come from here, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. Like
No.
I always say, I want better. I want better for my kids than I had growing up.
Yeah.
I you know, people said, well, you when I went to college, well, first when I went to the Navy, you said, oh, you ain't never going to do nothing. I went to the Navy. I'm an honorable discharge. I'm a veteran from the Navy. They said, oh, yeah, you ain't never going to be a wrestler. I did a 20-year career in it. Now I own a company, and it's thriving. So they said,
And you're like, you got a great roofing company.
yeah, I got a roofing company. People said, oh, you never own a business. We're thriving in our business. They also said, well, you never go to college, you know, because no one in my family had ever went to college and graduated. I was the first.
Yeah.
I've got a bachelor's and a master's degree. I went, you know, people said, oh, you never play sports in college, you know. I played 2 different sports in college. So
Like you
in
played,
Division One, basketball and golf.
Golf, yeah.
So and for Division One. So every turn in my life, and most of it was because I saw opportunities and I took them, and I bet on me. Like when the opportunity came with college, people, you know, I didn't get recruited out of high school or none of that stuff. Never got recruited. The way I got to college is I came home from the Navy, and I was working a 3rd shift job, and I was wrestling on the weekends, and I was going to the park in Frankfurt playing basketball full court with a bunch of guys. One of the guys that saw me playing basketball, or he actually was playing with us, he said, I am a professor at Mississippi Valley State University, and if you want a scholarship, I'll get you a scholarship.
Oh, wow.
And I'd already been to the Navy.
Yeah.
At that moment that he said, he didn't think I'd take him up on it. I went into my job, told him I'm going to take a vacation. I got on a Greyhound bus and went to Mississippi.
Fuck yeah.
Which is in a regular car, like drive, it's 10 to 12 hours. On a Greyhound, it was like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Rode down there. I get there. I pick up the phone and call him and said, hey, I'm here. And he was like, what? Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He picked me up, took me to the school. We did a workout, and I got signed.
Heck
And I went back to work, and then put in my 2-week notice, sold everything I had at my house, and moved to Mississippi. With that opportunity, while I was down there in college playing golf and basketball, I went to NWA New South, and I met Bob Serio, who owned the company. And I said, hey, I wrestle in Kentucky. I have a wrestling license. I would love to try out for your company after one of their shows.
Yeah.
He got me in the ring. We bumped around a little bit, and he said,
Signed you that
you're
day.
great. I want you on my TV.
Yeah.
Signed me that day. I was one of his top stars for 8 years there before I bought the company from him. All of that happened because I took a bet on myself. I didn't stay in a fishbowl. I didn't stay in one place. I took a bet on me and left. And that's what I try to tell these young wrestlers like Dustin and all these guys. I tell them, you can't stay in a fishbowl. If you think that WWE and AEW is going to come find you in a fishbowl in Louisville, Kentucky, they're not going to find you there.
Damn straight.
And not only that, and they're also going to ask you, well, they're not even going to look at you because they're going to think you don't want to travel.
Yeah.
They're going to think you just want to stay in your backyard.
Yeah.
So you need to bet on you. And you need to get out and go and get booked everywhere, and let them see that you're willing to make this your life, because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You got to bet on you, and people who don't bet on themselves don't ever make it. You can't be, and you know this as well as I do. And this was a bet on you. This podcast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so like you can't just sit back and
I've
say,
got a lot of invested in this equipment.
Yeah, and you didn't know how to do any of it.
No, I didn't know how to do none of it.
But you just jumped in and did it.
Yeah,
Damn
yeah.
Right.
And that's what this whole thing's all about.
Johnny Lee too. Johnny Lee didn't know how to talk very good,
Or
but
book.
or run a Facebook page. He does like market it and promote. He does all that stuff for us. Sean Johns comes and co-hosts the show. Takes the trash out. But
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Johnny's job.
Being a pro wrestler is like being a business owner. So
Yeah.
you're an independent contractor, and you're doing this for you.
promote yourself.
So you have to go out there and believe in yourself and bet on yourself and go places.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I tell people all the time. I told Reese Ramon, I said, she called me one night and said, hey, what do you think I should do about getting booked to other places? I said, get up and go. Just go. And so she did. She went out to other states and just showed up, helped them, did stuff, and then she gets booked on the shows.
Damn
and I was like, that's what you got to do. That's what I did. When I went to Mississippi, I brought as many guys, Zodiac, and as many of them that I could bring with me, Kicking Kelly Charles. I brought Gentleman Jim Chadwick, all these guys with me, because I've always been that kind of guy, too, is that if
Plus, you was showing them what to do, too.
Well,
like,
and I
let's
was
get
like-
out there and do this.
I was like, if I can make it somewhere, I want to bring you too.
yeah.
I want to open the door for as many people as I can. I've always been that way.
Yeah.
Zodi will tell
I'm
you that.
still doing that.
Kelly will tell you that. I've always been that guy. And even as a promoter, I'm that guy. But I don't want you to just come work for me. And that's what I told Dustin. That's what I've told all of them. Book yourself as many places as you can go. Show yourself. Because for one, you're getting out there and betting on yourself, and you're never going to fly if you don't jump off the cliff.
Yeah.
So
right.
so you got to go. And then I told them, not only that, as you go, you're going to learn. You may fail sometimes, but you're going to learn how not to do something, and then you're going to learn how to do something. And you might not even be wrestling at that building, but you show up and do the right thing. It may make and break the situation.
They know your name.
So last week, or the week before last, I talked to AJ Kazana about this after the show. We sat and talked, and he told me how he got signed with the NWA. He went to NWA and told him, I want to help set the ring up. I want to be on the ring crew.
Yeah.
He didn't even go and say, I want to wrestle.
Yeah.
I want to be on the ring crew. So he went for weeks wherever they was and helped set the ring up and was on the ring crew. Big guy, trained wrestler.
Great guy.
Second generation wrestler. His
We
dad
met
has
him.
a great promotion.
Great guy.
This guy had already been wrestling at a top level.
Yeah.
Went to NWA and told him, I want to help set the ring up.
Yeah.
Did that. Someone saw it and said, this guy's humble. He's willing to help. He wants to be somewhere. So they come to him one night and say, hey, we got a match for you. Awesome. So he gets a match, then he gets signed the next week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's an awesome guy.
That's what it takes.
So impressed by him when I met him.
Oh, he's a great guy. And his dad has an awesome promotion down in Tennessee, too.
Yo,
Yeah.
Joe Kazanza.
Yeah. But Kazana, yeah.
Johnny's talked to him a few times.
Yeah, great family, great people. But that's what this business has always been about.
You wouldn't believe how many of these people that Johnny talked to on a daily basis. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He talks to Terry England like all the time, right?
Yeah.
Terry England all the time. He talks to like everybody. I
That's
talked to
basically-
Brandon Wilson the other day myself. And
That's basically what you have to do if you want to promote people. You gotta get out there, put yourself out. Don't
He
just
networks
wait for
like
it,
crazy.
go for
And
it.
that's what it's all about. It's getting to talk to people, getting to know people. But I tell people all the time, whether it's business, wrestling, whatever it is, and I'll tell every wrestler we have, bet on you. Go out, work for as many places as you possibly can work for. And I mean, when I did it, so when I was in Glensboro, I was in Glensboro for like 4 years, and I just did not feel myself growing at all.
Yeah.
I just was like, I'm stagnant. I was doing well, but I'm stagnant. I'm in the same place. I don't understand. So I left. I bet on me, and I told the promotion, I'm done. I'm not going to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Always was home for me.
Yeah.
But I said, I've got to go. So I left and went with Danny Fargo. I learned so much from Danny Fargo, and just jumping out of that net and going. And I learned from him. Then I went and worked for Rated X. I learned so much from Rated X, Jimmy Walls, a lot from him. Then
shout out Jimmy Walls.
Then I come back to Glensboro on occasions, and when I came back, they was being at that time ran by Mike Samples from MonsterRings.com.
Yeah,
and he taught me so much. So
where'd you meet the guy from Chicago? Where'd you meet?
Chicagoan.
John,
I just met him
John
this
Bullard.
year.
Oh, you? Okay.
Yeah, I just met.
I thought
John,
you had worked
John
for him
Bullard.
because he's from here.
Yeah, he's from here. But he just reached out to me because he liked what we were doing.
John Bullard, yeah.
Yeah, he reached out. He liked what we were doing.
Yeah.
We had similar beliefs, and so we just got to talking, and then we just really hit
he's
it
a
off.
fan of the show. He watches the show a lot.
Great
Yeah, he
dude, great
does.
dude. But that's what happened with me, and then I started growing and growing and growing and learning. So it all culminated in setting me up to go to NWA New South.
Yeah.
And then that opportunity made me grow even more. And then I brought people along with me, Chance Prophet, all these people. Chance was already a big deal in the NWA, and I was a big deal in the NWA at the time. This was back when they still had territories.
Was he still wearing the? Was he wearing the mask?
No,
then?
he was doing all of that, but no, not Zodi. Zodi was there too.
No, I'm talking
but
about
Chance.
Chance.
He
like,
had the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was still doing all
what I
that. And you can go out on YouTube and see matches with me and him in it.
Yep.
But he was a big deal in NWA, and I was, and they put us together. But that's back when they would send you places. NWA would say, you go to this NWA, you go to NWA Bluegrass, or you go to NWA Mid-South, or you go, and they would send us into territories, especially if you held a title.
Yeah.
They would send us.
That's awesome.
But
That's
you
right.
got to believe in you, and that's what I tell these guys. Believe in you and get out there, because I want to see them all make it.
Yeah.
But the only way they're going to make it is take the training wheels off and go believe in them.
Hey,
That's
Diego,
right.
if you're still there, man, we appreciate you calling in, and I hope you listen to everything that Anthony Presley says, and
yes.
hope you take all of his advice. And keep calling us, keep talking to us. We're going to be keeping up with you. We're a big fan of yours, and we're going to be cheering you on, buddy.
That's what it's all
Yes,
about.
and after hearing all this, this is exactly what I needed. This is the motivation I needed, because see, after everything that went on with me in the personal life, I completely forgot how I started and how hard I got to be where I was, to where people recognized me. And I now know that me being reminded of where I started and how I got to there is how I'm going to be in wrestling. Get training more, go
Yes.
to places, pay my dues more, and do what needs to be done so I can make it.
All right,
And
cool.
I thank you, Anthony Presley, for reminding me of that, reminding me where I have to go. Because if there's anything my mother taught me was not to give up, and I gave up a little bit, but I realized that people have never given up on me, and so I shouldn't give up on me either.
That's
Damn
right.
straight.
We appreciate you, Diego. We're going to let you go. We don't been on the podcast almost over 2 hours now,
Yep.
and we're going to put over the show again and talk about our sponsors, and then. But we appreciate you calling.
Well, one other thing I do want to say about what I was saying there, though, and so I'm all about helping people.
Yeah.
And just a prime example. So I own a roofing company, and we're real, me and my brother, and we're real, real busy and doing.
Yeah.
I had a guy in the gym that works out with at the same gym I do, and he was working for a roofing company, and I talked to him and told him the same thing. I said, "You need to bet on you."
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know if I can do it. I said, you can do it. You need
Yeah.
to bet on you. So for the past month, I've been mentoring this guy. He calls me all the time. He actually took my advice and went out and started his own company. He had his first sale the other day
Wow.
and put it on his first roof.
Okay.
He called me and asked me how to order, how to do everything. I helped him through all of it. And he was like, I can't believe, like people are telling me they can't believe you're doing that because you're in the same industry.
Yeah.
I don't care. There's so much out there for
Yeah.
everybody. There's enough roofs
There's
for
1,000
us all.
houses.
There's enough for everybody.
There's 1,000
So-
cities.
I believe that if I can help this guy
Yeah.
change his whole life from where he was making money for a small percentage of selling a roof to going out and making all the money on the roof.
Yeah.
well, then I've done something good.
Yeah.
And I've shared.
It's going to come back to you.
It always.
Yeah.
I believe that when you do good for others, it always comes.
Oh,
back
it always comes
and
back.
if you do bad, it always comes back. It comes
Exactly.
back 3 or 4-fold.
Stay away from the bad shit.
But people freak out. Like I've had a lot of people tell me that have found out about that, and they was like, I can't believe you would tell somebody how to get into your industry.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care.
Like, why?
I said, there's a million roofs out there.
Yeah. Why would I pick this one guy to not help?
I said, you know, I believe that fate happens, and if fate, you know, God put this in my path to help this kid.
Yeah.
Why would I not do that?
Exactly. And there's like 1,000 roofing companies already. Why would you not decide not to help this one guy?
This guy told me, he called me and told me, he said, I'm humbled that you would sit down and help me start my own business. He said, my kids are so thankful that now I'm home with them more.
Yeah.
And that I can buy them more things than I could before.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do for these wrestlers, is that they're their own business. And I tell them, go bet on you.
Yeah.
Get out there. And the thing about it is with the fans, I implore the fans to come out and fill the buildings and support these guys. Because they don't realize how much they play as a role into this. So if you come out and they see a packed house, it really motivates them to keep doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't realize just that $15 ticket that you come out and you get entertained for 2 or 3 hours and you don't have to worry about the things that's going on in your life for that amount of time, but you don't realize what you're doing for that wrestler.
Exactly.
That wrestler, you're fueling him to go to his next stop. And you don't realize what you might be the reason that person makes it.
And as fans, because that's what we are on this podcast, we're fans. As fans, we have an obligation to wrestling.
Local independent promotions.
To support independent wrestlers. Guys, come out to these shows, spend your money at the local shows.
And what they don't understand
is these wrestlers are going to recognize you if you're there every time, and they're going to know you. If you go to another wrestling organization and you see the same wrestlers, they're going to know you.
And also, you become a part of the show.
You are the part of the show.
And we have some really good fans. Like I've had some fans write me and say, "Hey, can I sponsor a wrestler?"
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to do that, you can do that.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll let the wrestler know that you did it. You know, so those things are very appreciative to these guys, because these guys are independent contractors. They're not just New South Wrestling. They go everywhere.
Yeah.
They're working for themselves. And so they enjoy your support, and it really does help them. From a wrestler who was in the business, when we saw people out in the crowd, it made our time too.
And these guys, remember, your local wrestler is spending money on training. He's spending money at the gym. He's trying to eat right. He's trying to take care of himself. Gas money. He's buying his own tights. He's buying his own equipment. And, you know, he's
paying the regular bills that he would normally pay. Most of them have families.
Yes.
So
fighting with his wife because he's got to go to a wrestling show this week.
and the thing about it is, guys, and I tell people this too, is the wrestling, when they first start, they're not making a whole lot of money.
No.
So
sometimes they're making nothing.
So some of them, I mean, they're not making a lot. They're beating their bodies up, and they're doing it because they love you and the fans, and they love the sport.
Yeah.
So just go out and support them. That's what it's all about. And you don't realize that your support may be what gets them to AEW, maybe what gets them to WWE, and then you can feel like you had a part in that.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's what it's all about for me, is that I want to see everybody on our roster. I want to see them make it somewhere, so we can say we helped them get to that spot.
Damn straight.
So I know we've been on here a while, so we need to probably
2 hours and 10 minutes, guys.
We're definitely not going to break Bobby Blade and them.
No, we're not doing
4
that.
hours and 13
Hey,
minutes.
I asked Scott Diamond to come in and host the show when I was out with my eye surgery.
Almost broke the record.
And he went 3 hours. Yeah.
Lord, I tell you what, we was Bobby Blade and them was on your air
4 hours,
almost as long as he was without power.
Yeah.
So you know.
They went out 4 hours.
Y'all have to call his show the Power Hour.
I'm going to have to start.
We should.
When I have those guys on, I'm going to have to start them at noon.
Any power.
Yeah, no doubt. But
Hey, guys, so this is the part of the podcast, guys, that when I, at the end here, or when I tell everybody to give their last words, I'm going to let Sean Johns go first.
Of course, you'll let me go first.
Or Johnny, would you go?
I'll go first. like to thank everybody for watching along on the comments. Mr. Presley, always a pleasure, boss. Andy, can't say enough nice things. Johnny, you looking snazzy. Especially like the new belt some hero gave you.
Yep.
And yeah, I shouldn't have snatched that out of your hand. That was just wrong. And everybody stay nice. I forgot what I was going to say.
Johnny, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight.
That ain't what your mama said.
If he keeps pop, yeah. What I say to that asshole.
Hey, excuse
Also,
Take the trash.
I want
out.
to thank you, Andy Presley, for giving us the big news tonight. That means a lot to us. Jay Lethal in the house this Sunday. Thank you, Andy. You've been gracious.
Well, thank you
And an
very
awesome
much.
host.
The ball is in your court, Mr. Anthony Presley.
Once again, always a pleasure being on the Nice Guy Andy podcast. We've become a family, and that's what I told the lady with the sponsor.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That we're a family, and that that's what we try to look out for each other. But yeah, so the show this Sunday is going to be an awesome show. We got Jay Lethal, we got Flying Brian Pillman Jr. It's going to be awesome. So you guys need to get out here. The card is just top notch all the way from top to bottom. You need to get out here and watch this. It's our anniversary show. It's a big show. Just want to make sure you get your tickets. You can get them at newsouthwrestling.com. You can get them at the door, $15 a ticket, or you can get the family 4-pack for $50. Don't miss it. Get out here and watch it. You're going to get a chance to meet Pillman. You're going to get a chance to meet Jay Lethal. They'll both be at the 2 intermissions and shaking hands and kissing babies and all that good stuff and taking pictures. But we just want you guys to come out and support us, support these guys as they're moving on into their futures and trying to make their way into this business and make it on national and worldwide television. So you all can play a big part in that. And we look forward to seeing you guys out here. Also, don't forget to get on the GoFundMe page and go help Larry D. And his family. They had a tragedy with their house burning down and lost everything they had, and they could definitely use your support.
We appreciate you, Anthony. I want to thank Sean Johns for being my co-host, Superfly Johnny Lee for everything he does, Anthony Presley for everything he does and helping us get sponsors. I like to shout out our sponsors, Bucks of Muck Catering, and give those guys a call at, let me see, here's the number. The number is 859-866-8317. She will cater any event that you have. Tell her the Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you. And for all your internet gaming needs, Royal Lex, get on Facebook and tell them the Nice Guy Andy podcast sent you, and they'll give you $5 in free play. Royal Dark later on that night. If you guys are up late, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning, same games, just different hours. So those guys stay up late for you. And if you win, they'll pay you out. Just make a little, make a little bit of money. I just want to say, hey, get down to New South Wrestling this weekend. If you're in Western Kentucky, get over to Caverna.
That's right, the Caverna Super Show.
They're having a big super show down there Saturday night. They got a great card. They're gonna have the Godfather is going to be there. And is what I hear, and they're going to have a great show down there, guys.
That's right.
And then not this Sunday, but the 26th next Sunday, you're going to have Derby City Wrestling down in Louisville. Going to be doing a TV taping for television.
I can't wait for that.
And you need to go check that out.
And
our former tag team champions, the Tate twins, are going to be there.
Okay, cool.
So they'll be on that card. Lord Crew, I think, will be on that card.
And you'll be the Saturday before that.
The Saturday before that, we'll do our show. So
next week, next week, right?
Yeah, not this week, but next week, the 25th,
next
we'll
week,
be doing our show.
New South Wrestling will be having a Saturday show, so we'll be seeing that too. And then get down to Derby City on Sunday.
Damn straight.
Get down. This is going to be a hell of a show. Jay Lethal is going to be in Kentucky, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, down there. It's going to be so exciting, guys. Get down there.
And y'all can go over to New South Wrestling Facebook page right now and check out the promo video that Jay Lethal sent us from AEW.
Damn straight.
Well, guys, we're going to get off here.
Hey, if you're not having fun,
you ain't getting none.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah.
Nice guy, Andy.
Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Off the air.
Radio.
That ain't what your mama said.
If he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his dad.
Oh, dear Lord.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
Ooh, yeah!
The video
Those were
already had
expensive
400
shoes,
views.
you know.
Hell yeah.
That diamond is custom made.
This is a Zodiac. I'm telling you now, meditate, elevate, and dominate. Do it with the Nice Guy Indie podcast.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Go over to the New South Wrestling Facebook page and check out the Jay Lethal promo. He's going to be in Lawrenceburg this Sunday.